Welcome to Blue Tinted Glasses, the home of Leicester City talk on YouTube. Fan debates, live watch-alongs, post-match reactions, and all the Fox's banter you could ask for. Subscribe now and see the game through Blue Tinted Glasses.
Well then, Mahrez has made something of that. It's Mahrez! 2-0 to Leicester City!
Next to him, Anthony Canoca finds Wood. Wood should score. Wood West Canoca. Yes!
Here comes Leicester again with Hefke and Ibbett! Oh, this is incredible!
Got Jamie Vardy with him. Jamie Vardy sets off.
Jamie Vardy!
Blue Tinted Glasses, the home of Leicester City talk on YouTube.
Good evening, guys, or midday. Welcome back to Blue Tinted Glasses. That first time was so nice. We have to do it twice. I've got Ethan waiting, and I'll bring him up in just a second to get ready on the show as well. But we're back, and welcome, Ethan. How you doing? Have you enjoyed the little break?
Yeah. Cleaned up a bit, But yeah, excited for the second.
Looking sharp. Just quickly, Ethan, before we get into too much, I'll quickly be blocking your beautiful face there. As here is the lineup for today. I'll be having a ticker later on as well, but we are playing against Koln, so I'll get that running. But it's Stolasic in goal, Justin at right back, Cody Vestergaard, the centre back pairing, Aluko as the left back, which is exciting to see that youngster starting, rather. Skip and Winks in midfield with, I guess that would be Page as the number 10 then. With McAteer on the right, Manga on the left, and Ayew as the striker. And I'll get you back now. There you go, Ethan. What's your thoughts on the lineup?
Yeah, I think, like you said earlier, Cifuentes' system is really fluid. So it's interesting to see Justin and Aluko. They can play left back or right back, either one of them. You can have McAteer, Manga, and Louis Page also making rotations in the midfield. So yeah, really interesting lineup. Just that centre back partnership that's really worrying me, but
yeah, I mean, it was good. It was very good last time in the championship, right? For the calm football that Enzo wanted to play. I do feel like they could be put a bit under pressure here, but then again, they should be used to playing under that from Enzo, right? My question is more just in that case that they do play the wrong pass, who's going to make up for it? In the first game, we saw it being Caleb Okoli with the pace, but this time around, I mean, if anyone loses the ball, it would have to be like a Luke or something coming from left back, and he could be way too far up the pitch, right, to realistically make up the ground loss. So we'll see. I think it's a very good note, though, that it is a fluid system, as you say, in terms of the fact that while Page might be the number 10 from the outset, depending on the rotations and the triangles they're playing, he could all of a sudden be right wing with McAteer in the middle, and then Manga road. All of these rotations will be fun to watch. And Köln, they don't have a bad team either. I don't know how much you know about them, Ethan, but they have just been promoted to the Bundesliga again, a consistent Bundesliga club in the past by dominating the league from what I understood. And they have some pretty exciting talent, recently buying one of the left backs from Brøndby in Denmark, Sepp Olsen, and having a former Copenhagen wonder kid in Isak Bergman Johannesson. A Bundesliga side is, I think a pretty good test before we face Fiorentina.
The match hasn't even started, and the Danish glazing has started. No, but I think I just know Tillman from their team. But yeah, Koln normally a really good mid-table Bundesliga club, so it will be a good challenge for Leicester, a good challenge for Cifuentes, and a good test for those players out there today.
Yeah, it will be very fun to watch. We've got this one comment so far from Frankie, and I think it is worth noting that the bench now has Fatawu on it. Obviously, coming back from injury, you don't want to start him in a friendly when he's played 30 minutes in 8 months. But more importantly as well, the same bench from the previous game. So Ben Nelson, we were both very happy with, and Wanya Marcel, Silko Thomas, they could all make their mark once again.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of shocked that it's the same bench. You kind of expected to see the likes of Mavididi involved, but he's not involved today. So yeah, big opportunity here for Silko Thomas, Wanya, and Ben Nelson to show what they've got.
Yeah, even opening up the interesting conversation, right? Because one thing is what's starting. I'm excited by essentially what 5 players from the academy: Page, McAteer, Manga, Aluko, and Stolasic. That's 5 out of 11 players who are all through, not Seagrave, some from Beelville Drive, but through the Leicester Academy, right? Which is really, really nice to see. as we get closer to a very serious starting 11, right? This is not just the first preseason friendly anymore. So that is very good to see. But the players not there, in particular, you mentioned Mavididi, but Ricardo as well. I think with Ricardo, we often think of his injury history, right? It's a worry. Has he been injured again? I feel like he will be incredible under Marty's system. So if this is something to do with the transfer, it would definitely sadden me. I don't know how you feel about that.
I think it's also the case of just trying to see who else can play. I think it's a case of what if he leaves towards the end of the window, who can be ready to step in, right? So we have the likes of Aluka and Justin starting, and we have the likes of Woyo Koulibaly on the bench, right? So you have these options available in case that Pereira leaves. But yeah, kind of disappointing to not see him. I think he, like you said, he'll do really well. But there is just uncertainty over his future. So, you don't want to really commit to players who aren't going to be here in next season or 2 years from now.
And that is interesting, right? Because when I look at that starting 11, Connor Cody's been the one most heavily rumored out the door. There was even rumors of him asking to not go to Austria with the team because he wants to go to Rangers. And he still finds himself in the starting 11. I feel like I'm not too happy about that. He was someone who I'm very open to seeing leave, right? Old player, big wages, and all of a sudden he seems to, with what we expect, this to be the A team starting for them. So that's not a good look.
No, I think it's just because Nelson got injured, right? I think if he was 100%, then I think he would have started here, and you would have seen Cody maybe start with a Coley or maybe start on the bench, right? It's just because Nelson was injured, I think, and Coley also wants to leave, or is being touted to leave. So yeah, it's disappointing to see him, yeah, especially with the interest that is there. But I don't think it's the end of the world, right? Like you said, these centre backs really did well under Enzo in the championship. So it's not like they're really poor centre backs. They are championship level quality. But yeah, Cody, is he really going to be here by the end of the window?
Yeah, who knows, man? Who knows? Let's see how we do line up, though, because this will take both of our beautiful faces away. But it is Page at the attacking midfield. This is just a screenshot from Leicester's own live stream where we, of course, will watch the game. So if anyone doesn't know and are watching this, trying to ask where they can watch the game, head over to Leicester's YouTube as well. That's where you'll find the live game. We obviously won't be showing it here. But that says Luca is the right back and Justin on the left. And that's something you mentioned first thing, Ethan. I thought he was going to be left back. That's actually why we first saw him for the 5 minutes he got in the Premier League, right, against Bournemouth. But played centre back in the first few games of the friendlies under King, and now seems to be playing that right back position. So yeah, interesting to see if he'll be rotating between them today.
Well, yeah, it's really interesting because we saw him as a right back, we saw him as a left back, and we've also seen him as a centre back, right? So it pertains back to the fluid system, right? Can we see him tuck in as a 3, go forward, even step up into midfield, right? I think King spoke about Aluko and Jaden Joseph like that, where they can play multiple positions, right? But yeah, it's really good to have these sort of guys coming through, 2-footed, very technical, very physical players, right? Is what you need in football nowadays. You need the technical ability packaged with the physical traits. So yeah, really interesting. I'll be keeping an eye out for Luco today.
I'm very excited for him. I think him and Page are my biggest shock because I wasn't sure they would start. I thought they would get minutes, but starting is great. And let's talk about those 5-6 fibers. Ethan, I'm about to pull up. You know him, you love him. It's Manny. Yeah, a bit out of nowhere. I hope you're ready, buddy.
I'm ready. Born ready, mate. 4 o'clock.
How are you doing? You weren't here early in the morning. Obviously, you were laid down by the shackles of work. But how are you feeling about the game, the lineup, everything, Manny?
How can you not get excited when you see Jeremy Manga on a team sheet?
That's a good point.
Impossible not to get excited when you see his name on a team sheet. And not just him. Page, Aluko, absolutely buzzing to see those two today. And also, not just to see them on the pitch, but to see how they connect up as a little sub-unit together.
Oh yeah, there is the new kid as well. We'll get onto that in just a short while. It should be on Twitter. I'll try and get a photo. But Manny, you were saying about your fast twitch fibers?
I mean, I want to watch. I'm looking to see Page and Manga link up together. So I want to see little 1-2s. I want to see triangles. I want to see particularly Page trying to find him early, get the ball to him. And this is a better standard team we're playing today. So this feels like, with all due respect to the other teams that we've played, this is the first proper test. if there is such a thing in pre-season. Let's see how Jeremy does when the opposition's a slightly higher caliber than they have been previously.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's going to smoke them just as easily as he does everybody else. So let's see it happen.
Let's see it happen. The game is about to kick off. Before we really get into it, let's take a few comments. We don't know what's happening with Ricardo and Mavididi. I think Ricardo, we suspect injury, right, with his history. But Mavididi, unsure about what's really going on there. Boss says Nelson looked great today, and he did do so in the first game when he came on. I feel like it's very clear that Nelson is rated. He's just getting back from injury. A bit like Fatawu, not starting for that reason. But we'll definitely get, I think, 30 minutes a day. And as Frankie says, the kid has no sponsor, as we'll see it more. If they post something on Twitter, I'll save the picture. We'll put it up quickly on stream so we can watch it. But Manny, our good friends at Rising Foxes, have some word on I believe this would be Aluko, who we were talking about at the time. What are you thinking to these comments about him?
I mean, I heard that he was a left back, and now he seems to be playing at right back. I've seen him play centre back. I think there is no defined position for him just yet. He is just a player who can defend and can play anywhere across the back four. I quite like this experimentation. Let's see where we need him. Let's see where he can fit in. Let's see who he can link up with. I kind of like the thought of him maybe being down the left-hand side. We have a very young left with him linking up with Page and Manga, having grown up together, playing together. I think that makes a lot of sense. But hey, look, him and Justin, right or left, does it really make much of a difference? I don't see that it does. So try them at right, try them at left, interchange. And the kit with no sponsor is beautiful.
Looks very, very nice. And that was what I was going to bring up. I will start with you, Ethan. What are we thinking, man? What are you thinking of the kit?
It looks so good. Looks so good. My only gripe with it, but I think it's just a personal opinion, I would have wanted the white collar to go all around. But it looks so beautiful. I think it will look good. It's been rumored that King Power is the sponsor, but if it has King Power on it, then it's going to be an absolute stunner.
Genuinely good comments about the kit as well. Boss says it looks a bit like a Chelsea kit. Maybe I should buy it then, if that's where we're heading. No, I want to get from you, Ethan, as well. You watched most of the game, from what I heard. Missed a bit of the first half. But what were we thinking about the first game there? I think the pressing was very good. That was my main takeaway. I like the intensity there in a morning friendly with the B team.
Yeah, you kind of saw a more direct game, right? There was a lot of long balls being played out, especially from Ben Nelson. From what I saw, he played them quite well out wide to Wanya on the left. You saw the likes of Silko Thomas really pick up the ball near the halfway line and drive forward. So it was a very, attacking, intentful game. The pressing was really good. The general 1-2s and triangles was a bit sloppy, but it's preseason and the team hasn't really, played together. Yeah. So it's what you kind of expect. But yeah, I was really impressed by some of the guys.
As Manny drops out, his aura was indeed glorious. He'll probably come back in a second. I see he's still that device just not connected. I guess the webcam's gone or something. Just quickly came up. He will be back. But we are in the game. I'm back to this again because we still don't have the timer without locks. I'm 1 minute in, to those wondering. And I hope you're around the same point, Ethan. I assume you do.
Around that, yeah.
But yeah, it does look like a bit of a darker blue. But then again, I think maybe that's to do with the fact that there is no sunshine. Like isn't the sun making it look a bit brighter? But it does look a bit dark. I do kind of like it though. I do agree with the white color. It is very standout, and then you don't have to go all the way around. But yeah, as Brickham says though, this feels to be the first real preseason test against a very competent team, and I'm excited about this. This is an actual football in a big stadium. It's Sturm Graz's home turf, the Austrian champions. Actually, we're sitting in. One of the good friends of the channel, Felix rather, is in the crowd as we win it back, and Ayu plays a good ball out to Manga. And let's see as he tries to take on this man, easily beats him, plays a beautifully weighted ball in to Casey McAteer, who keeps a hold of it. Very hard press here from the defense as Justin tries to wiggle it through, but that is a corner for Leicester. Great little start already there from the fast twitch fibers. And you remember what I talked about earlier with McAteer running in that space? That's exactly what he did here. I like it.
Yeah, I think especially with Jordan Ayew playing, right, you're going to get a lot of that, him dropping deep and opening up space for the likes of McAteer and hopefully Louis Page to run in behind. He seems to be down. I don't know if it's a serious problem. No, he's back up. But yeah, no, really, I think Casey will do really well this season. There were questions about whether we should have sold him for 10 million. but I think he's easily a 15 to 20 million pound player if he has a really good season.
The set piece went to the far post as well and was headed back in the box, but no one there to connect with it as Koln now looked for a bit of a counter. The number 37 takes it down, but a heavy touch leads it on to Stalacic. But genuine again, more comments about the kid being very positive as Manny comes back in. Did you see that first little chance, Manny? From,
I just missed it. How did we get the corner? I saw somebody type Manga in the chat.
A good ball from IU to Manga. And I'm not going to lie, if we have 3 young technical players, I don't mind having a bit of a stiff brick in the box with IU who can just kick it in the goal, right? Like if he can hold up the ball and play that long ball that we saw before to Manga, who can then do the fancy work and the runs come from the other technical players. I don't think it's a bad idea as Page shows a bit of desire for you, Manny.
And what did Manga just do? What did Manga just do?
A little shimmy and a pass.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a shimmy. Love a shimmy.
Nah, this kid gives me serious 18-19 vibes when we scored 9 past Southampton.
What do we think about this, though, Manny? I know for Winks, it's so valuable for us in the championship. I don't want to hear Winks slang into that season. Is this his last year of the contract? If he's not sold, I hope he's a crucial part for us. But that then begs the question: what will we do when we get promoted, or if we get promoted?
Oh, they're in.
I'm getting ahead of myself. Are you ahead of me?
I might be ahead of you because it's 1-0 to FC Koln.
You are very much ahead of me. That's why I pulled up the timer before. If you
why don't you do your super speed, double speed?
Because then Ethan has to do it as well. Ethan, if you press your... The thing is, then we would get ahead of basically everyone else watching the game with us. So I don't want to do it because we need 100 people to do it with us. So can you just reload, Manny? And we go back to the
I'll reload.
Yeah. So we don't sit here and spoil it for everyone.
Okay. Well, we have a goal. We have a goal to evaluate straight away.
The Marty outs has begun. Cody too slow. What's new? Let's see it here though. Who is it on the ball? Darting one through. Vestergaard is sleeping, and a great first-time finish. Is that Substitutions? It looks a bit like him.
Vestergaard 28, man.
Vestergaard, ball watching, clueless, doesn't have a clue there's a man running behind him. Ends up going, what's going on? Also, Cody doesn't know whether to go to the man on the right or cover the run inside. Communication between the two of them, horrendous. Interplay between them, horrendous. We get caught out on a transition because they're too slow, too clueless, too old. Same old stuff. Get them off the pitch, Marty. Let's move on.
That was the brand new signing of FC Köln. It was Substitutions, who previously played at Brøndby in Denmark. Just signed for 3 million euros. 25-year-old Norwegian right back. Can also play left back. That's what he did mostly in Denmark as Manga. Nice little bit of play there as we get back underway. Köln won the second division, near side remembrance, and that's the one. And will be playing in the Bundesliga. Do have some good players. They are a stable Bundesliga club normally until they did end up getting promoted. I'll quickly pull this back up so everyone is aware of what this somewhat time we are in on the stream. We are 5 minutes or 6 minutes now into the game. We don't have the exact timer, and I'll update the scoreboard. But we don't have the exact timers without Lux here. He's the one who's got the magic to get that sorted. So just bear with us. As if you have any question of where we are, please ask, and I'll let you know somewhat the time we're in.
I still don't think Vestergaard is going to fit that well into the team. I think what he does really well is he dictates the tempo, but he often puts his foot on the ball, and it really slows down play.
Skipping on the turn, plays an IU, good ball through to, that is Aluka who's advanced very much in this half space, you could say. I do like that as that. And then it's all of a sudden Page who's finding himself taking the right back role. That fluidity, Ethan, you talked about earlier, right? Already seeing it a bit with right back Aluka being the cam, and Page taking more the defensive role there. Just enough.
I mean, we saw it with Bilal as well, right? Where I don't know, it was Jaden Joseph right on the left. He went up to the left wing, and then Bilal dropped back to left fullback.
Yeah, Page, McAteer combining here, but McAteer unable to find his way through. Bit of a sloppy pass. Cody looks infuriated already with Vestergaard because a few misplaced passes between them, and we are, back to square one in the build-up, you could say. Now Luco coming back to that right back position. Beats to a man, find Page. Not a good start for the two aging centre backs. They don't look too happy with each other. As now Vestergaard will take a few meters, as you say in Denmark. Horrible passes. The touch is a bit too heavy. And that means the centre back is out as Köln now is on the other attack. They will slow down though, and Vestergaard will slowly but surely make his way back. No,
I definitely think
so far from the two centre backs. Ben Nelson, maybe is it time for him already?
I definitely think Marty's looking at Ben Nelson and thinking, my goodness, you have to start every single game in the championship now.
Yeah.
I already get annoyed seeing the Vestergaard. I mean, everybody tells, oh, he'll be good in this league. He smashed it last time. You know, that's only because the opposition was so poor. If you come up against any half-decent opposition, which Koln are tonight, you can make runs in behind him because he can't turn around. He doesn't have an awareness around him what's going on. Even if he did have the awareness of what's going on, he can't move that frame into position quickly enough. You can exploit him by running off his shoulder, running in behind him, creating lots of little gaps. He is just a nightmare waiting to happen. The question is there any half-decent opposition which can you exploit his weaknesses? In the Premier League, everybody's half-decent, so everyone can exploit him. In the Championship, he probably still would be okay, but that's not because he's half-decent. It's because the opposition aren't.
A lot of Vestergaard comments now, which is I do think it's fair. He was sleeping at the wheel there, as we are 9 minutes now into the game. For those curious, the build-up seems a bit more patient with these two, where the last game was very aggressive. 1 touch, 2 touch. You have to have passed it by then, even if you weren't under heavy pressure. Köln pressing very highly here. Now, long ball. We'll try and find a Luka, but it's not completely correctly placed from Stelasic. As Cody will now make sure it goes out for a goal kick. The question comes again, where is Ricardo? We don't know. We hope he's injured instead of it being related to a transfer, but hopefully just a little nickel and he'll be back shortly and isn't on his way out of the club.
I don't think it's the worst thing to have him out. We get a good look at JJ and Luka.
Yeah, Luka in particular, I'm happy getting playing instead. If it was Hamza, let's say, playing because Ricardo wasn't there, it'd be a bit more disheartening. But Aluko, I think that guy has a bright future ahead of him. Looks a right talent. As a long ball pinged here from Cody. Doesn't connect with anyone as Ayu tries to make the run in behind. Where's VK? We haven't seen VK since the first friendly where he hobbled off injured. Haven't seen him in the camp. Haven't seen him anywhere. Who knows what's happening? There hasn't been any serious links from Danish articles. There's a Danish journalist who always knows what's going on with our players, but he hasn't reported anything. So if that happens, we'll all know. But he seems to be miles away from it here.
We saw a good press now, force Koln to go long. The thing is, I don't really think is Ayu going to be the sort of guy you want starting your press, right? You'd rather have Daka. I know his finishing isn't that good, but you'd rather have him starting a press. It's much more intense from the get-go.
Yeah, it is. It is a bit more intense than Ayu's. I do think, though, Ayu, like, once he gets the ball in the box, I'd rather have him there than Daka, but it's different strength, right? We won't have a player with all those qualities. There's a very long ball to Substitutions here, number 28. Brand new signing at Köln. Header back. Great save from Stelasic. And now the cleanup continues. Pressing from Aluko as Vestergaard heads it out. But yeah, what a save from Stelasic. Before we get back to this game, Manny, I'm wondering, did you get to see any of the first game?
Not so much yet. I haven't really had a chance to catch up on any of it yet.
What's a great save, what's a great goal actually from Daka, or great finish rather?
No, the opening 10 minutes. Okay, yeah, actually, I did see the goals. The second goal the first goal was a penalty, wasn't it?
The penalty was horrific. Yeah.
One of the world's worst penalties ever happened to go in.
I think one of the worst penalties.
Second one was a good finish, though. Second one was a good finish.
Is that a penalty? Or what are they yelling for? No, I do believe they're yelling for.
They're just complaining. But one thing we have seen from Koln is this is what we're going to see in the Championship. We're dominating the ball, we're controlling the game, but on transition, there is an issue. There is an issue here. They can exploit direct, fast, quick attacks, even a long ball into space, and as soon as we start getting our big, slow, old guys moving backwards, there is a bit of chaos. And they've already scored once, and the second one there was a good save. It could have been twice.
it feels like we need at least one fast defender. As Ethan, I think we mentioned this, we talked about this earlier. Maybe that was just me before you joined, but the fact that I can accept to a degree we have one very technical defender who might not be the fastest, but then we better have someone there to cover when the deep ball in behind comes, because otherwise, as we see now, right, every time they get in behind, we're not winning any sprint duel because we're not fast enough, as we've now resorted to a very
Coley and Nelson are clearly, it's not just the best combination in terms because they're our best defenders. I'd say they're our best centre-backs full stop. Plus they complement each other in their style and size. And Coley will have that covering pace, and Nelson looks like the dominating guy who's controlling the game. So those two make total sense. And look, I know it's not going to happen, but I was hoping that Cody was going to be going to Rangers. I was hoping that somebody might take Vestergaard if we're willing to pay half of his salary. But having these guys in the squad, there's always that danger where somebody says, oh, first game, Sheffield Wednesday, let's just go with what we know, and it's Vestergaard and Cody at the start. And that would not be a good start at all. That is not how we want this relationship to start, Marty. So please, as Jeremy Manga,
he just beats two
does what he always does.
He has
beat
to
his
be
man.
starting that first game. He does have to be starting the first game. Takes the piss there out of two senior professionals. One of the brand new signings of Köln. Might have scored, but he is being left a bit on toast here when it comes to defending. Wings very wide here in the build-up as well, essentially playing that left-back position with Justin more centrally, as the ball does get lost by Manga. And now the press. I feel like that's Marty yelling about a press here, if I'm not mistaken. Sounded like his voice. And Dyer did go up to try and press, but
3, 4, 5. It's always worth, almost in your head, I'm trying to count to 7 seconds from when we lose the ball to see, do the players for that 7 seconds really try and attack and win it back?
Yeah, we forced a high press. We forced him to switch the play. And now Badialucos won it back high up the field as Lewis Page helps out. And now we're playing back just to retain possession a bit. Like that attacking front line, when we get the ball there, is very promising. Skip feels a bit invisible, and Wings' ball seem, all right.
The stuff on the left is fine. The stuff on the left-hand side of the screen is fine. It's the stuff on the right-hand side of the screen.
Finds Jordan Ayew, who hold up the ball. What will he do with it then?
Come on, play it back.
Out on the wing. Looks for a cross. Does get it in, but there's so many Köln shirts and so few Leicester.
Yeah, Lewis Page is in the box, though.
Yeah, Justin.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a decently whipped cross, but a Köln header connects with it. Again, look at the press though here. Badialuco making sure the pressure stays high.
4,
Same
5,
for McAteer. Forces
6.
these tricky balls out of defense, and Köln.
7 seconds again. Made the challenge.
Yeah. Now piss off. Manga is a cheat code. Jones says if he can start adding goals to and assist to these performances, then oh my, we have a serious talent. I think we already have a serious talent. It's just the output that's lacking.
I'm not even sure you can say talent anymore, because I think he may well be the best player on the pitch already. Every time he gets the ball, you can. It's one of those. It's that you have that moment's anticipation because you have that. It's not that if you hope he does something, you now expect him to do something, because every time he gets the ball, he does do something. Whether it's keep the ball, he doesn't lose the ball. It's hard to tackle him. If you get too close to him, he's going to move the ball past you and beat you. And it's not just stopping at one. He can beat one, beat the second, beat the third. Sometimes you just think he knows the game is just too easy for him. He sees it too quickly. Too much time, too much talent, too much pace. Cannot stop this boy at this level.
Here's a little time update as well already. We are a bit more than 60 minutes into the game. If you want to try and align with us, you should just open the Leicester stream and you should be somewhat at the same pace. But yeah, not half of first half played yet. Still 1-0 down though as Köln. Now on the attack. Aluko could do well in Marty Cifuentes' system, to be fair, says Frankie, with how he bumps forward. I do agree. I think he would fit well into the system. He's been decent so far. Matt says, hi lads, nice to be back. Hope you're well. Hope you are well too, Matt, and are doing well this Friday. Let's play just outside our box. Seb Alonso and a few more passes behind the back.
Close it down, Vestergaard!
Yeah, great finish. No one closed him down.
Wow.
2-0, Koln, and they basically had 3 attacks, and they should have scored 3 goals, to be fair. Because, I'm sorry, where's your DM? My old friend Skip, where the hell are you in this picture? I don't know yet, because I have only seen it once, but I want to see you somewhere hunting this ball down. Okay, so let's watch Skip, and let's watch Vestergaard. Passengers. Vestergaard, why are you doing? Close to the ball. You can't give a guy time to shoot from 20 yards. Already, you can see the problems.
I
mean,
fucking
really
ad.
good
That's
just
nice.
absolute
really good
joke.
finish.
Skip.
100 banana. You're lucky to get an ad there.
Skip and Winks are two DMs there to control the game, protect the back four. If anything happens, Winks is caught chasing the ball. He's out of shape, leaving a massive hole. And rather than filling the hole or seeing the danger, Skip's just standing there watching the play as usual. And Vestergaard, as we know, stuck in the mud, can't move.
What I will say, at least this is happening in the preseason friendly, where I think Marty very clearly should be getting the hint that maybe these two shouldn't be a pairing for the first game. And you could say the same for Skip and Winks. I think Skip in particular has just been invisible. And that's not a good thing when you're a DM, right? As you said, Manny.
I had a chat on on Chris's channel earlier. They were trying to convince me that Skip is better than Booba. I don't know what planet you people are on. Like, you might say Booba's lazy and stuff, but Skip. It's not as if Skip is high intensity. He didn't move. He's standing there watching, and he's supposed to be a DM. What use is a DM who doesn't try to D and can't M?
Yeah, what I will say is with this lineup, you're not really getting, complementary partnerships, right? The center backs are both slow. They're both really, wanting to dictate the tempo, right? You want to have a more technical and a more physical. Even in midfield, you want to have maybe Winks next to an Ndidi, right? So I think this lineup is a bit more, you want to control the game, and it is a threat off the transitions. It's just very poor communication, right? Vestergaard needs to either pick the man up or tell one of Winks or Manga to drop back and mark him. So it's just really poor communication.
Just a quick comment from Daniel Dobson there. Winks, to be fair, went to close the first man down, but it's too slow to get back across. That's fine, but when you do press, you can't just press as an individual. It has to be in units together. Otherwise, you get pockets of space. So if he's going to go, then someone else has to fill in the gap that he's left. And that's where Skip has to come across and try and fill in that space. He does no sense of anticipation of what's going on. Oh, look, Harry's going to chase that guy forward. I'm supposed to be doing something. What was I supposed to be? Oh, goal. Great, Harry. React, man. Move. Sorry, it's pre-season. I'm already annoyed.
Yeah, you don't want to be caught flat-footed, right? You want to always be on your toes and ready to go towards or close down the danger.
Especially since Vestergaard's not exactly deep up in his box. He's quite deep inside his own box. So you've got to be protecting that 18-yard line. And he just doesn't see the danger coming. He has no idea that the danger's coming. And he already gives up trying to get there because he knows he can't get there because he didn't have the anticipation in the first place. And I haven't even started on Vestergaard again. Vestergaard, that's twice, by the way. Twice, Vestergaard. Absolutely hopeless at defending. I don't care if the guy can play some nice 10-yard passes and the occasional long ball diagonal. The guy can't defend. He's a liability. He will get targeted. If I was the opposition manager every week, I see Vestergaard on the pitch and say, oh, we're in business here, boys. You make sure you get in and around him and you start making darting runs off behind him and we just got to play it through either side and you'll get chances. So easy to play against. You don't need to be Bamba Gascoigne to work this one out. Any idiot can work out you can run in behind Yannick Vestergaard because he's too slow and he can't turn.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it, right? Those long diagonals on that their right-hand side, our left, right? Targeting Vestergaard's side.
I know the fan base gives like Wout Fass a lot of stuff, a lot of hatred, right? I know they do. But I honestly, Vestergaard is way worse than Wout Fass for me. Way worse. Like Wout Fass is rash. He makes silly decisions, but at least he can move. This guy is just standing there again and again. And look at how many times in the last season we conceded goals where he was the lazy man in the back four that was keeping the striker onside. He's not mobile enough to stay up in the back four and play offsides as well. He is absolutely awful. The worst centre-back out of all of them at our club. I think Cody's better than him.
Yeah, rough start here. Koln, good side. I will say Sebulonsen, except for being skinned by Mongas, look good. Isak Bergman Johannesson for them, former Copenhagen lad, really dictating the play. I think the first line of press, I like the intensity of it, and when we go for it, we haven't been that successful with it so far, in this game in particular. And now let's see how they break us down, because that feels like it's been a bit too easy for them. As now we're pressing a bit. We're too soft in the middle. Yeah, I feel like this pairing of, I mean, Skip just doesn't offer anything. It feels like there's one guy in midfield and wings. Definitely not the one who offers most defensively.
Just watch Skip now, even now. Watch Skip, 22. He just so much of the time he's standing still. There's no one around him. You know, what if we lose the ball? He can't get to anybody. He's honestly, I don't know what he brings. What is the purpose of Skip in this team? He doesn't defend well. He doesn't pass particularly well. He doesn't tackle particularly well. He never scores. He can't assist. He can't pre-assist. I really don't know what the purpose of it being on this pitch. Like, what is the objective? I don't get it.
Who knows, man? Who really knows what the point is? I think Skip is not the biggest liability for me right now. That has to be Vestergaard. I was hoping
no Danish love for Vesti today.
I mean, I'm not cluelessly biased. I think, or I'd like to think so at the very least. As the press now continue, let's see how
all the Danish players is going to the Koln players at the moment.
Yeah. The Danish glazing. They don't actually have a Dane on the pitch though. It's an Icelandic guy from the Copenhagen Academy, but he has had some good memories at Copenhagen. As they play through a press a bit too easily, which I really don't like. I think Aluko is the one they're struggling to get through though, but he can often only either get the ball and then he's going to be pressed by 3 or get it out for throw-in.
Yeah, but you're looking at this press. There's too much space between the forward line and the midfield, right? You really need your midfield to really step up and compact, and even the back line. But the risk you're running with that is the space in behind, which you would need an Akoli, Fas, or Nelson for. It just feels a little bit like everything is disjointed right now. One person will go, one person won't go.
The good news is Marty will be spotting all of that, Ethan, and he will be knowing now, watching what he's seen so far, is this guy is not the answer. That guy is much better. And you look at Ben Nelson, whether it was from reports of earlier today or previous games, that man looks absolutely superb. Rolls Royce of a player, big, dominant, calm, leadership material, mobile, so much room to improve as well. Good in the opposition's box, which Vestergaard is horrific at too. He never scores a goal. Akoli, again. How did Akoli not play last season? I must have spent the entire season saying, why is Akoli on the bench? Why does Vestergaard or Cody play? And I really hope that Marty, all the time in the world, of course, but surely you cannot pick Vestergaard or Cody above Akoli or Nelson. There cannot be anything that you've seen in these pre-season matches that would make you think that they were the better option, right? Right?
Let's see his thing progress. I will say the positive so far has been the left-hand side. I think when we're going forward there, we've looked all right. I think Aluko, despite us conceding 2, he's not been at fault for any of those and has looked promising as well. I think the areas where we need most reinforcement might actually not be striker at this point. It might be doing something about that midfield and centre-back pairing. The good thing, though, is Ben Nelson is on the bench, and just because he's recovering from a small injury, we believe, is not starting. So that's at least one of the 2 there sorted. Then we just need another one. It's now Koln playing through a press again.
Played through
we don't see Skip joining in on the press. He's just marking no one.
Did you see that? Exactly. There's nobody he's covering there. So if that movement continues and that passing manoeuvre continues from Koln, he is absolutely in Nowheresville. He's not picking anyone up. He's just tracking backwards in a generic area, again, without purpose. There's no, I'm supposed to be covering this man or blocking this amount of space. He's just generically, so that on Prozone, when they do the stats, he's probably run enough meters to pass the test. But it was a pointless running back. You weren't doing anything. Honestly, I got on this guy's case the day we signed him, because every time I've ever watched him for Spurs, he was crap. And 25 million, he's not a 5 million. I said to Locks, he's a £4 million player. And Locks said, shut up, you're going crazy. He's a £4 million player. Do you know what? I think £4 million player was being generous.
Skip did something.
He's horrible.
Oh my God, we've won the ball back from Skip. Who believes it? As said, we tried to play it wide out a bit too quickly. A few questions about Steffi and Ricky. We don't know where they are, if they're injured or not. But let's hope it's that and not the fact that they're leaving. Bin off Skip? Yes, man. We should bin off Skip. But yeah.
Ship Skip.
Infuriating a bit. Again, Aluko though here. punishes a heavy touch, but the ball gets thrown up a bit too quickly. You can see signals of what we want to do in the combination on either side when we get there, but yeah, it's been too easy for them to break us down. I feel like in midfield we are lacking that ruthless player. Like Wings is not the ruthless player. Same goes for Skip.
And Didi, that's who you're missing
you need a
today.
destroyer.
This is where you see a boss man midfielder is going to dominate, put challenges in, actually win the ball back, which Skip is supposed to do but doesn't do. But Wilf does win the ball back. There's no blocks, there's no interceptions, there's no harrying, there's no hustle. There's just trying to keep a bit of a shape. But even then, he's out of shape. Even now, you look at him now. I don't know what he's again. All it is he's trying to make sure that no other players around him. Therefore, he won't look foolish. But I don't know what he's doing. I really don't know. Him and Winks are supposed to be experienced pros, Premier League, Champions League experience, England experience. Mate, I'm yet to be convinced that they are going to be a good combo in the Championship. And people who said last time Winks was brilliant, I would argue it's easy to be brilliant when you've got Ricky next to you, when you've got KDH doing huge amounts of work to your left, and you've got Ndidi doing huge amounts of work to your right. Everyone else is doing the work around you. You're in an armchair. You've got time to look good. Well, Mr. Winks, this time you've got Oliver Skip next to you. It ain't going to be so easy for you to look good. And I wouldn't be surprised if both of those two are a problem this season too.
I will say, Koln, very physical side as well. Like, as soon as we get us the ball, they're not really going for the ball, they're going for the person on it. And I think someone like Winks and Skip's definitely struggling under that. It's surprising to see, and it really is a showcase of Manga's talent. When that's happened to him, he's gotten out of it very well. I think Aluko has dealt with it pretty well as well. A bit of a difference in the work rate on some players. I think Ayu, to be honest, has worked hard, and maybe he's been told that if he plays well, that starting striker squad could be his. But we'll see. I think, Manny, you talked about that yesterday, right? Mark Gui on loan. I think that's a very good move if we could get that done. But sadly, no credible rumors have reported it yet. But maybe the club is listening as Lewis.
Well, they said that he's available for loan, and they want it to be an English club. So they didn't necessarily specify Premier League club, but they did say England. So that does open the door to upper end Championship clubs. I think it needs to be one
which has possession, right? Because that's what will happen at Chelsea if you want to play in that system. So
Chelsea will want him to go to a team that plays as similar to Chelsea as you can. Here we go. I
like that. Nip forward. Jeremy Manga now on the edge.
Go on, Jez. Go on, the big J.
In the box. Aluko's there as well. Shoot Aluko. Takes a touch too many now. Manga has his work cut out for him. Finds another man. James Justin, who shoots, and brilliant save.
Nice. That was nice, huh?
That was good. I did notice there as well how Jordan Ayew dropped very deep to open the run in behind. That was definitely a coordinated move, and I very much did like that. All the way from the goal. Very nice bit of play from Leicester all the way through the system there. Again,
there's some positive signs in attack and worrying signs in this defence. But I don't think we need to be too concerned. I think this is half a first team. And we've seen two halves across the two games. Mix them together and you've got a pretty decent first team, I think.
Yeah. Now from the corner, though, we didn't get much from it. Let's see if Koln can do something on the break.
Transition. Let's see the transition.
Justin on his spike. That's Lewis Page as well. All of a sudden, it's 3 Koln jerseys, but
that's poor pass for them.
5 seconds. Isak Bergman Johannesson playing to someone I don't know. Still him. Tries to whip the ball in. Just take the ball, Wings, instead, though. It's still Koln with it, as we are past that 30-minute mark, by the way. 31 seconds, or 31 minutes, rather, has been played. They are really trying to switch the play a lot and utilize the space before we get out in the press. And just notice who's pressing now on the left-back position, essentially. Lewis Page, again, speaking a lot about the fluidity of Martin Cifuentes' system. Potential long
Again, shot. No closing down. The guys can have a shot from 25 yards without anyone getting to the ball within 3-4 seconds. The whole central zone, inside the 18-yard lines, in front of the box, is Skip and Winks territory. Anything there, that you need to be there quicker, or you need to be shoving someone along to get there quicker. And I have to say, these two guys, again, this is Koln, who are a decent team, but this is what happens when you play a decent team. Your weaknesses will get exploited. And so far, the weaknesses are the box at the back, the 2 centre-backs and the 2 midfielders in front of them, as far as I can see. We look okay when it gets to the wider areas, whether it's Aluko, JJ, or the wingers, or even Ayew. That's the problem area at the back.
Yeah, let's see how we try and build up, because Winks has essentially dropped into centre-back position with the full centre-backs then widening out, full-backs pushing up the pitch a bit. As that Lewis Page trying to get involved a bit. Still, though, around the edge of RD as it's Vestergaard skip down to Justin. I feel like this is one of the biggest tests, though. If you can play through a press of a team like Köln for the championship, then we're set up well, right? So that's also the biggest positive for me, the fact that we're playing a good team now. And yes, we've been shit defensively, but Luko's looked up to the challenge. He was a big part of the play so far. I think Jeremy Manga's looked phenomenal.
Yeah, it's not the kids aren't the ones that look up. I'll tell you what,
the one who's been the best. So
Lewis Page and Luka Manga, not the issue.
And when they can step up in games like this, that guarantees me, at the very least, that they can step up in the championship. I don't know how, Ethan, you would feel about that. I think that's a pretty all right statement to say if it's a Bundesliga club they're playing against.
Yeah, Koln aren't by any means, a bad team, right? They're a really, really good team. What I will say is I don't like Page on that right-hand side. I want to see him and Manga combining, right? I think, you have those two quick technical players, you can make things happen. But yeah, I'd agree with Manny. It's the two centre-backs and the two DMs that are causing the most problems, right? They're not really doing their jobs properly.
Yeah.
But I've been really impressed by obviously Manga and Aluko. Ayu's done well as well, right? Dropping deep is kind of what we expect from him. And maybe it's a sign that we don't really need a striker, right?
Well, let's see
because
this.
we'll have other people getting in behind and it won't...
Playing through the line.
Nice Lewis Page. Oh, are you?
And there was a question about Ayu. Why is he taking corners? Number 9 should be in the box. If he didn't score the Olympico against OH Leuven, I would agree with you. But I think we need a good set piece taker as well. That's something I'd look at in the transfer window if we bring in a player, because I don't think Kanush did well at that. We talked about that earlier, Ethan, as well. And I mean, Ayu might have scored an Olympico, but he's someone I'd like in the box. He's not the smallest guy. He's not like he's decently tall, decently buff. Should be able to win a few headers.
I was really impressed with Page's corners, right, in the first friendly. I thought he got the right deliveries in, targeting the right players. I think there was 1 or 2 poor crosses, but he never failed to beat the first man, right, which is very important.
Cool.
So go to him. Who's pressing
coming in?
Where's the pressing? Where's the pressing there? On the edge of the area again. Like, why is nobody closing people down when they're at the edge of our area? We just let them have the ball, do we? Where's the press? That's where you're supposed to press. Poor Luko had 2 men there to press by himself. Why is he on his own with 2 people?
Yeah, that is true. I think Michael though is into something right. At the start of the season, we do have these favourable fixtures. That does mean that we are, as I said earlier, we're on the back foot. We got a manager in 2 weeks into the preseason. Learning a system will take time. But at the very least, we should still be able to beat Sheffield Wednesday, right? We should be getting 3 points on the board there. The issue is, though, if we can't scrape past them, we're in all sorts of trouble, personally.
Koln are a decent team. They were top of Bundesliga too, weren't they?
Yeah, they were dominant in that.
Yeah,
they are stable. They are, by their history, a stable Bundesliga
Yeah, they're
club.
stable Bundesliga club, and it's Cologne, isn't it? Cologne are a decent sized city. So
nice press from Ayu here.
Yeah, that's good.
Is this a bit of fast twitch?
But that's the problem. Is you slowed it down.
He sticked out the bum, guys.
He slowed it down. Though you got to shift it quicker. Get it to Manga quicker.
It wasn't a foul.
No.
It
The referee has seen him sticking out his bum a few too many times. Be interesting to see what changes Martin makes today. I think Fatah will obviously come on. I think Ben Nelson will definitely come on, and then we'll see for the rest. I'm not sure they'll get many more minutes.
For me, we know about the centre backs. That's obvious. We've been speaking about it a while, but we had an assumption that Skip and Winks were going to dominate the championship, and this is the first decent team we've played in pre-season, and I've seen the opposite. So I have a big worry that if we do sell Wilf, which is likely, and if Booba goes, because whether he doesn't fancy it or he goes on loan or whatever, then if we are left with Skip and Winks, and they're not quite good enough, you can kiss goodbye promotion.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, and with the midfield we have right now, they're supposed to be the big build-ups, right? They're supposed to make it easy to cut through the press. We've done it one time so far in 37 minutes. So, like, I'd rather see Ndidi as a destroyer there to make sure they don't cut through us that simply as the move is very much to go wide, and now we rely on the youngsters. Still those who've done the best so far.
I mean,
Maybe
even
we
a Winks and Chowdhury combination, right? Where Chowdhury can just win back the ball and lay it off to Winks, who can then.
I'd
Move
take
forward.
Chowdhury over Skip in midfield as a ball winner. At least Hamza tries to win the ball.
Yeah, he has some
Yeah.
defensive awareness.
Could we not put Ricky P in the middle, then a Luca, and then a Luca right back? I think that's not a bad choice. I don't think Luca's been bad. He's been the best out of the 4 defenders, in my opinion. James Justin's been all right as well. Nice shot from him. And now we're on that left-hand side where we have been dangerous. And Jeremy Manga. Dude, you're fucking disgusting, Manga. You're too good.
You're a sick player.
Too good.
You're a sick player.
Oh my God.
Jesus
16.
Christ, this kid is good.
16.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, what a player this boy is.
So good.
See, every time he gets the ball, you think either something's going to happen in a positive way. This kid is a freak talent. Freak talent. So easy.
He makes it too easy, too easy. And then from there, right
How
from
good
the
is this
start.
boy?
It's fucking disgusting, man. 16, that feels like a fuck. Dude, we've rigged the system. This feels like turning on the editor in Football Manager, and you just make a wonder kid a 200 current ability. Koln
JJ.
Oh,
I will say, RU's corners have been way better than what we've seen from
Yeah,
Bilal
that's true.
Cruz.
This kid is ridiculous, you know. I want to see Marty play him today in. I want to see 15, 20 minutes. I want to see him playing at 10. I want to see him trying to run at the defenders, but at the end of it, instead of trying to put a cross in, have a shot. 20 yards, 15 yards, 18-yard range, right, left foot. Just in that sense, stay in between the 18-yard lines again. Just run straight at the players. They cannot stop you. And if you can shoot at the end of it, you could be getting James Maddison-type goal returns for us. Here we go again. He'll definitely beat him. You can't stop the kid.
They genuinely have to two-man him. They have to two-man him. Like, they have to two-man him, and still he wins the throw-in because he presses afterwards. Like, fuck me, man. That's not okay. He's our best player. Like, he might genuinely just be up.
He was the best player when he came on as a sub in the Premier League at 15. He was the best player in pre-season whenever he plays. He is the best player on the pitch for both sides, full stop. He is the best player on our books. The only problem is he's 16, so you're like, either one, you can't believe it, or two, you're too scared to overplay him. You don't want to hurt the kid too early. But in terms of talent, make no mistake, he's the best player at Leicester City, and he would be the best player probably for most clubs up to the top 4 in the Premier League. And if you put him in a top 4 Premier League club today, he would still murder it today, because there's no defenders that can stop a person this fast with this close control who can go left and right and has the... It's like Ronaldinho used to do. You see the move before you've even got the ball. You've even thought about how this is going to go. So the other defender's always having to react to you. You've already made the action in your mind and your body is able to execute so quickly. You cannot stop this. Only like Maldini's can stop this kind of stuff. That's about it.
It's absolutely crazy. I think, just a note, that looked rough on Jordan Ayew. One of the things I will say as well, when we took that high throw-in, we were so advanced that our 2 players most back, well, obviously the centre-backs, 0 pace. If we played a wrong pass there and lost the ball, like we have Connor, Cody and Vestergaard back there, we need someone with pace to quickly go into the space where the ball will be played. Like, the thing is, with the defense we have, a single mistake is 80% chance of goal because our defenders, or centre-backs rather, can't keep up, and the wing or the full-backs with speed, they're so advanced up the pitch that they can make up the lost ground. And I think Paul probably says it pretty well, to be honest. The players who failed us in the last season have to be replaced in order for the team to work or team to improve.
We've been saying it since the start of last season. It's the same old thing.
So Yunchu and Amate or Connor Cody and Yannick Vestergaard. Those are 2 horrible duos, by the way. So Yunchu was good for a period, at least. He was very good.
Sunchu was brilliant for a couple of seasons.
Yeah, until Rodgers just dropped him out of nowhere and preferred Amate.
How can you ever prefer Amati to Sunchu? I'll never know.
Yeah.
It's
He wasn't helping the transfer window, Rodgers, but he didn't help himself either with what he was playing.
Like he was just being so stubborn. Right, if you're not going to give me what I want, I'm going to play our worst option.
I'm going to play Danny Ward in
goal.
Which is
not the way you manage it. Come on, that's almost childish.
This is something about like the old players as well. Have you guys noticed we haven't seen a single thing from D. Cordova-Reed? But he hasn't been.
Wasn't he injured?
But he hasn't had a
the
single
back end.
minute. Like, I have no clue where he is.
Buzz, can you bring up Buzz's comment, please, Doug?
Yeah.
Last
Bring
one.
it up.
I mean, if you've not watched us for the last 12 months, how can you possibly come to any other conclusion that the obvious problem are...
Oh, this could be Manga. Bad pass from the goalkeeper. Manga, quick to capitalize. Plays it back to Lewis Page, who...
Chance!
That's what was the shot.
Golazo!
What a
Brilliant
finish!
shot from Casey McAteer.
What
With
a
his right
finish.
foot as well.
Nice
We are back.
finish.
The undefeated record could still live in pre-season.
Nice finish, Casey. I give Casey more grief than most. Nice finish, Casey. Like that.
That was top bins.
Yeah, I like that.
Wins, basically.
You will get credit where credit is due. That is a nice finish. But again, what a surprise. Jeremy Monger's somewhere involved. Scaring the hell out of them. Now they don't even want to get close to him. See how the defender just wanted to stand off. They don't want to commit. They're so scared of him. Space opens up for another player. What a surprise. It's the other winger. Jeremy Monger will end up bringing in 2-3 defenders' attention because they're so brick scared. Double up on him because one can't do it.
Just
So
like they did with
Casey
Mavididi in the
Casey
championship, right?
benefits from Monger's superlative skills.
And notice how collected he was at 16 as well, right? He gets that ball. Maybe, if you're eager, the first thing you do is just try and shoot or dribble the man yourself. Looks up, finds a brilliant ball to Page, who gets off a decent shot that does get blocked, and then obviously bounces. But the calmness and composure in that situation to make the most of it by finding the pass to the guy who has the better angle to shoot is great.
Ooh.
As off
JJ's
tackle here from James Justin on a yellow now.
Oh,
That could
JJ's
mean
done it.
Jaden Joseph could be back at left back. He played
He's got a yellow for a big mouthy in the pre-season.
That's what we like, Jordan Ayew. That's what we like.
Double yellow card.
Double yellow. Have that attitude, mate. For Jordan Ayew, I fucking like that, man. Come on.
Where's the referee from? Do you remember? Does anyone know?
No clue, man. No clue.
Let me check.
I reckon the last game against Fiorentina, he'll play us quite closer to the starting 11. I think so too, but I think as well, this was an attempt to play the starting 11 if the players who have been rumored to leave or want to leave is out, right? Because the first squad had Okoli, he's been rumored. Fast, been rumored to leave. Bilal, rumored to leave. And Didi, rumored to leave. So all the players you could argue should be playing now were all playing in the first team because they've been rumored to leave. And I think, obviously, as I said, many of those players will be in the preferred starting 11 if they haven't been sold before the first game. Like, I think Okoli will be starting at Hutt against Sheffield Wednesday if he's not sold. That's my belief.
I think the biggest question we're going to have, because I can sit and complain about Cody and Vestergaard for the 100th time in a row, but we have their replacements on the books that I think are going to be staying at least for the first few games. Remember, the transfer window lasts a bit longer than the first few games. So I think we'll definitely see Okoli and Nelson start. The problem is our midfielders, because there's so many strong links about Wilf going or Booba probably going. That is our problem area. We know we've got Fatawu or we've got Casey on right wing. We know we've got Monga and Mavididi left wing, or Monga at 10 or Bilal at 10 as it stands. We know that Ayew will do a job. Daka got a couple of goals today. But our central midfielders is alarm bells to me.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll say
alarm
this,
bells.
Banana. I think that substitutions, or not substitutions, but new signings will be made as kind of subs to the players we've sold, right? Like maybe they'll look at a new centre back if we sell a few of the ones there, look at a new DM if we sell a few. You could argue now we should replace them regardless, but it all depends on outgoing. That's what the rumours have been saying, and Marty himself said he wants to trim the squad, so it will be trimmed. But Nelson will definitely be starting. I feel that he looked so confident today. Me and Ethan were gushing about him. As soon as he came on, Manny, he played some brilliant balls. He looked calm under composure, played out of the press multiple times. And
Nelson.
we need to remember, we have some better players on the bench here. Fatawu could come on. Nelson could come on. Those two, that starting 11 gets a big step better.
I think we can assume that they're playing it extra safe with Fatawu in that, he's been through such an injury. There's no point in rushing him back super fast when you've got Casey who's there ready to play. And Casey's clearly good enough for this level too. So we might not see Fatawu for another month, 2 months yet. Just keep giving him 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Just let him build it in. The last thing you want to do is have a setback early in the season with Abdul. So eventually, though, I mean, how can you stop Vital on the right, Mavididi on the left, Manga in the 10? I don't know how you can stop that. You double up on one, you are going to be in massive, massive trouble any other range. So I think those three, I think those three are the best three players in the league. The best three players in the entire championship.
Right. I will say as well, that's first half done. We didn't quite mention it. 2-1 to Köln. Rough start. We grew into it. The attack does look promising, but that's just my quick thoughts. I want to start with you, Ethan. What were your main takeaways from that first 45 minutes?
Yeah, I think the centre backs and the DMs are at fault for both of the goals, right? It's interesting to see what Koln are doing, right? They're playing the quick transition football, the counter attacking. They're able to play through our press quite easily, so we need the two defensive lines to step up a bit more. But Casey took his goal really well. I just want to quickly say that apparently Mavididi has a little knock. That's why he's not involved in the game today. But yeah, no, Manga looks really well. He looks like the best player on the pitch, right? My only gripe is that he doesn't have the support around him. You know, if he was playing with Enzo's system, right, you'd have KD Edge running down the side, giving him that option to either cut in or play the pass, and he doesn't really have that, right? But he's doing fantastically. He's taking on his man. He's finding opportunities to pass or to shoot. But yeah, it's the initial press that we just need to work a little bit on the timing, maybe communicating whose man is whose. But yeah, the worst thing about this half was definitely the two defenders.
Two defenders, yeah, and I'd pin Skip on that as well. I think Paul sums up my thoughts pretty well. I hope every generation really pins on our young talents. They've been the brightest spark, and I'll say quickly on Page. I think he showed promise. Maybe this is not his best position, but I liked his rotations. I think he played some good balls. I loved his eagerness to drop in and help the build-up when they were struggling. And there's definitely a play in there, getting a decent shot off as well, but it's unfortunate to be blocked. I think he looks very composed when on the edge of the box, and I like this. But Manny, on to you. What are your main takeaways?
Yeah, kid's doing well. Luca's done well. Page has been okay. I wouldn't say been absolutely amazing, but he's getting into the game. He's getting involved. Jeremy Manga he's genuinely not that far off. He's not that far off Lamine Yamal. Now he's off Lamine Yamal. He's not doing it that consistently. He's not doing that kind of output. But in terms of his talent, his ability, it's not far off at all. If you want to go to that level, then you have to be banging in 15, 20 goals this season and playing regularly, which we don't want him to do. But that boy is absolutely freakish. I used to play with Emil Heskey. This kid's the best talent we've ever had in our youth team. I can't think of.
I've never seen something like this in my short lifetime.
In my long lifetime, I can't. We don't create players like this. Leicester don't. Leicester don't.
This is unreal, man. I've seen Copenhagen get Rudy Badaki through, who's now playing at Barcelona, and was touted as this generation. In the Danish Superliga, he was not this dominant when he came on. He was a brilliant player for that league at 16, but he was not this dominant as Jeremy Manga has been in the Premier League at 15.
I think this boy's going to dominate the Euros.
Saying it as well, man.
Euro 2028, Jeremy Manga could be the player of the tournament. That's how highly I think this kid could go. As an England left winger, this boy is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous.
Hopefully some Danish blood in him so he can switch sides and join my national team, because I'd love to see him there at Denmark, man. The ability to beat his man is
what I want to see from... I don't want to set low standards for him. Look, Jeremy, you're too good. But don't faff about. Get the ball in the net or put the ball for someone else to put the ball in the net. I want to see end product. I want to see numbers. I've got a target for you. Score today. I want to put that challenge to him. And I think if you could focus his mind, say, all right, you want me to score? All right, I'll score. I think he's that good. Okay, if that's what you want, boss, score. But the other guys need to maximise that he's going to attract so much attention that you can be in and around him and pick up the pieces. He might be the big lion on show, but you could be a little jackal there, looking for little cast-offs. The ball will break off. They'll try and tackle him, and you'll have time and space. So, good to see Casey get that goal. That's always a good... His scoring has picked up the last, 5-6 games? He scored 2-3 goals?
He was top scorer in the beginning of the championship last season as well, McAteer. So, I'm excited to see him. He did get overtaken by Fatawa, and I think that will happen again, but hopefully we see more of him, and without him being injured. Just quickly for Joe before we continue the conversation. Manga has essentially signed a professional contract It's a scholarship contract that will turn into a professional one as soon as he turns 17. We could still essentially be forced to sell him when if we go up, right? And Man City bid £80 million for him. But we are guaranteed to get good money for him now because he will go on a professional deal. And he will be here for the entirety of the season, as no club is allowed to talk to him while he's on a scholarship deal, which is brilliant, because I think if we go up, he will have to be a big part of it.
More than that, right? If he wanted, if his advisors and him wanted to leave, they could have left this summer. If they really wanted to, they could have gone.
Sure, they could have went anywhere.
And they would have had everywhere after
they could have
them.
done everything.
So they have chosen to stay because they've said, look, we want Jeremy's going to get game minutes here, so let's give him game minutes. So look, I still think Mavadini should play left wing. Like, he's too good a player to be sitting on your bench in this league. Last time he was our second top scorer in this. I think he scored 15 last time in the Championship. I think last season's top scorer was like 19. So you're talking about the highest levels of goal output from any position of players in the league. But putting Manga in between him and Fatawu, you just don't know where to look. Like, I mean, if it's not one, it's going to be one of the other two. You are going to kill people. Even if you have Daka or a slower Jordan Ayew, it doesn't matter. Those three alone can carry the whole team for attack. The problem that you've got is the transition. The transition, we saw, Koln aren't really any better than us in terms of general play, but they can get high quality chances because when we do spill the ball out or they do something good themselves in winning the ball, they can hit us quickly, and we don't have that same quality in defence today, on this performance anyway, as we do on the attacking sense. So again, look, we have got solutions. So Nelson and Akoli, all good, but Skip, second half, I hope he still plays because I think we need to focus on this. I would like everybody out there to do a real focus on Skip and Wings and tell me what you think of how they do in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, they've been horrible so far. I think I saw a comment earlier saying about we need a new midfield if we let both Wilf and Sumari go. And I think that's absolutely true. Something needs to change there. I think you mentioned it, Ethan, as well, right? Being someone like a destroyer who will add that physicality, because like it's too easy with being overrun as the second half might be underway shortly, 5 minutes time. I did get baited by a replay there, but Ethan, anything to add to the current conversation you're seeing in chat and we've been having here?
Yeah, I think what Manny said, right? Manga is going to draw a lot of players onto him, right? 2-3 players onto him. I don't think we've seen it enough where other players around him. I'm looking at Page, but he's been more on the right. I'm looking at Page maybe drifting onto the left and making those runs in behind, or just giving him some support, some options. But yeah, he's a special talent. I think if he adds end product, we could see a future Ballon d'Or in a year. Like his technical ability, his game IQ, football IQ is off the charts, right? I think Manny also said basically he knows what he's going to do before he gets the ball, right? The ball is on his way to him, and he's already figured out how to beat his defender, which is only the really high level players can do. But yeah, I want to see some support from him, and then it's a shame we don't have any other DMs on the bench, right? I want to see someone that's a bit more physical, that's a bit more rough and tough next to a Wings, who can just lay the ball off to him. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, right?
A bit like in defense, right? Where you want someone who can make up for the lack of pace. Let's say Vestergaard has or Cody has. If you want someone more technical, yeah. Go on.
But someone like at AC Milan, Pirlo had a Gattuso. I'm not saying Wings is necessarily Pirlo level, but someone that can really bring the best out of him, and Skip isn't doing that for Wings, right? Wings, we know, is a really good championship player. He's not played bad, but he needs someone who doesn't have the same set of skills as him, right? He needs someone that's a bit more physical, a bit more defensive minded, a bit more simple sort of game to him to really elevate Wings' level. And yeah, it's not been a bad game, right? I think we look at the scoreline and we want to be negative. It hasn't been a bad game. I think we've moved the ball well, but things can be done a little bit quicker. Things can be done, with one or two touches less. Especially bringing the ball out from the back, right? I think Cody and Vestergaard, they're either passing it backwards or they're passing it out wide too slowly, right? Cifuentes, his whole thing is we want to attack, and we want to attack quick, right? We want to get the ball up the pitch, and if we lose it, we keep the ball up the pitch. What Cody and Vestergaard are doing, we're keeping the ball in our half in safer zones, right? They don't want to take the risk. They've made some good passes, right? I think they played a pass into IU once. They played a pass out wide to Justin. So they do have the ability, but it's the mentality where let's just keep it safe, let's just keep it ticking. And it's not really what I think Cifuentes wants in a centre back. Where if you look at the highlights of the first game, we saw Ben Nelson quick switches over the top to Wanya Massar, playing it out wide really quick. And I think that's what's been missing from this game.
I think you could see how Enzo coded Vestergaard still is, right? He was very much waiting for the press before the ball came through, whereas that's not necessarily what Cifuentes wants. So that'd be a huge adaptation there. Quickly as well for Rai, Casey's goal was absolutely brilliant finish. Up top bins once he got into it. I'll quickly go on to this as well because the club has posted a bit of a better picture now. Your beautiful face, Manny, will be covered for a few seconds here, but there's this Starboy Manga in the new kit.
JMO.
A bit better. I feel like it looks pretty good. I mean, if you get a nice sponsor on it, that's not a shady Vietnamese betting company. I don't think that looks bad. The white color, I still need to grow on me, especially since it isn't all the way around. But
you could get BTG across the middle of that and make it still look good.
I love the kits as Buzz, and I can understand why. I think it's classy. I think it's simplistic right now.
No, kits without a sponsor they always look better. They do. They look cleaner. They look simpler. I've got one here. Hold on, let me show you one. I've got one here. So I was going to wear for today's, but does that come out?
Yeah, that one.
Let me zoom it back. I'll zoom out. I just like no big sponsor in the middle of it. It's just the colour scheme. You just need the badge central. I think that looks absolutely lovely when you don't have some company. Mind you, if there is one company that is synonymous, that kind of feels like home, it's the one behind me there. If it says King Power on it, then I don't mind because you're not really pushing an external company and what they want. You're pushing King Power, and when I think about FA Cups or when I think about winning the leagues, King Power was on our shirt. So that kind of feels like home. I think Walker's feels like home. King Power feels like home. Anything else feels a bit weird.
Yeah, I do agree. I think it's very much like the logo. I mean, there are so many shady companies and whatnot, but if it's a cool logo, I think that's a big thing. BC Game, like what are we doing? I think that's a horrible shirt sponsor. Like, why do I have fucking Pac-Man on my shirt? Like, this
That's
is the one
fair.
that I have
That's
with
fair.
Jamie Vardy on the back. I don't want a Pac-Man in a B on my shirt and I fucking
BC Game. What was the one before then? It wasn't the
FBS Sport, but I didn't
So
mind.
I keep calling the FSB. I was like, we got the FSB on our bit, and
They
it
just
just
didn't do anything. That just
doesn't
didn't
look
do anything
right.
for the kid. Like there are, I think 3 categories of sponsors, right? The ones that help the kid. I think King Power looks classy. There are those that do nothing, where like the sponsor doesn't ruin it, the sponsor doesn't help it. I feel like that was FPS. Didn't do much for me. Didn't do anything negative. Like it was just a plain sponsor. And then there's the one like PC Game. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? Like, why have I got this? Have you seen the Watford kit, by the way? Like with Mr. Q on it. It's so horrible that fans complain, and now they can buy it without a sponsor on it, because it was so bad. I'll find a picture of it to show because that was horrible.
Good point. You got me there. It's Thailand smiles at you, isn't it?
Yeah, visit
Thailand
Thailand.
smiles with you.
That's
that was
right.
nice as well.
That's right.
But like, I'll save a picture of this. The new Watford kit is horrible. I don't like it, but like their sponsor makes it so much worse. This is the definition. We'll get into the game. It's starting shortly, by the way. I just want to get that out of there for all of you. But look at this kit. That's just a horrible sponsor.
What is that? Looks like a giant lollipop.
That looks shocking.
that?
Absolutely
Weird.
shocking kid. It seems like, by the way, no changes at the break by the looks of things.
Yep, and we just had an aerial view of Oliver Skip, and I can confirm he's not been to Turkey this summer to get his hair done because that bald spot is getting bigger and bigger by the week. It feels. I think we're going to be a comb over by the end of the season, guaranteed.
Look who's jumped in.
50. He's on 50 grand a week. What are you doing, Oliver? Go and get it fixed, man. Go to Turkey, get it sorted. What are you doing?
Time to rise up, Lux, a bit. You're being blocked a bit by the Koln logo. As we are underway, by the way, for the second half. Before we say welcome to you, Lux. What are your thoughts on the first half? If you managed to watch it, a bit.
It was interesting. It was a shame we didn't, control the game more, I suppose. But I mean, this is decent opposition. This isn't like Hungarian.
I want to say good opposition, because this should be a mid-table Bundesliga club.
Skip one mistake inside the first 20 seconds at the start of this move.
Oh, Stolasic might be down here with a head injury. That was a very heavily committed striker and a friendly. A bit ruthless there from him. Calling for the medicals as well.
Well, since this goalkeeper, he's down. What is it? James Trafford, 40 million quid. In what world is James Trafford 40 million quid?
27, no?
Yeah.
Was it 27?
I think it was 40, but then
Oh, okay. Apologies. 27. Okay. Well, still, if he's 27, how's Mads 20? Come on.
Well, I said this. Well, nobody said Mads is 20. Like, we don't know. That's like we're just saying that West Ham were like talking about 25. I think. Was that a bad collision?
Yeah, I think a knee into the back of the head.
Oh,
did look very rough.
That was bad.
From a friendly as well. Why would he commit to that? Maybe these Stefano tacklings need to be a bit more serious, because we could have just lost the last from it. That did not look good. As much as he might have to go off. Oh, that was not good.
James Justin down as well, apparently.
Wow. Why is James Justin down? What's he crying about?
He was also
caused that, by the way.
He did. He did as well. First 10 seconds, he got too tight on his man, duffed the challenge, they started the play.
I just don't get why a player would commit for that when the keeper goes for it in a friendly. Like, again, if it's like a Premier League, like we saw with Taiwo Awoniyi, when like he gets badly injured, but you understood why he went for the chance to score there, because could have gotten him Champions League, right? But this is a fucking friendly, mate. Like, you don't go for these where you can injure yourself or injure the goalkeeper to get another goal when you're playing a pointless friendly. He is up and walking. That's positive. That's positive.
What we all made of Vestergaard?
He's not fit for the ball.
Jeez, he's bad.
Enzo coded.
He is bad. He is awful. He was awful.
How have you been able to join us? I thought for sure you weren't coming. Have you squeaked your way out of work, or what happened?
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. Yeah.
5 o'clock and then you're off.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Done at 5.
What do you make of Vestergaard, Lux?
Is in this game?
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. But I mean, it's just what we get. We know what we're going to get with Vestergaard. We're going to get someone who is able to play the ball quite comfortably. But the problem is when on transition. Yeah, that goal, by the way, the first one, there was just no communication between Cody and
between the centre backs. Yeah, they didn't
right
have a
clue. They had no clue.
So the guy was running behind Vestergaard. He didn't have a Scooby Doo. The guy was making that run behind him.
We're on our way, by the way. Again, both players back on the pitch. Stolasic looks to be okay, having just shaken off that initial knock. Very deep run, by the way. Take a look. It's a Luco here who's running into the half space. McAteer will look to try and find him instead. Beats a few men, but.
Okay.
Wins a free kick, I believe. No, goes down too easily, according to the referee. And now, this could be a counter.
Okay, transition time. Let's see how our guys are. Yeah, Vestergaard's running backwards. They're in trouble. Oh, of course, he's been done. What a surprise! What a surprise! Right on cue. You know it's going to happen. It's transition. He's moving. You're in trouble. Of course, he gets beaten.
But also, look at Winks. Winks he wasn't even watching play. He was literally looking at Skip, saying, "What the hell?"
I know you don't have to. I said at the start of last season to everybody, look, watch Winks is going to be a problem for this club. I was like, no, he was brilliant in the Championship. He wasn't brilliant in the Championship. He was.
He was.
He was given an armchair by the players around him.
And it'll be the same this year.
It won't, because there's no KDH. Wolf is going to go. There might not be 3 centre backs. He's going to have Oliver Skip next to him, not Ndidi and KDH, mate. Or maybe Ricardo. If Ricardo's next to him, he'll look okay. If
we're
not,
all in agreement. We're all in agreement with you with regards to Premier League. But if Winks plays a lot of games this season, he will be one of the better midfielders in this division. And if you're debating that,
I'm to be convinced about that. You're assuming that's the case. I am not so convinced.
I'm going from evidence.
Should be good. But I'll put it this way: if he was awful, I would not be surprised at all.
Vestergaard not that good defending part, being a defender. That's true.
Wings can look good if the players around him do all of the donkey stuff, so he doesn't have to do all of his tackling, all of his running, all of his shape, and then they feed him the ball so he can start the manoeuvre. He's going to, look, Harry started that manoeuvre, he looked good. But you forget he started the manoeuvre because everybody else did all the donkey work to get him the ball in the first place. And I'm not sure that Marty's going to have that in his mind this season. And I think you'll see he'll be a lot more anonymous than he was.
A good high press there, though. Force him to go long, and we do win it back on the second ball. Now it's Manga. Look, 2 immediately on him. They can't control the kid.
3, and he still wins the free kick.
Yeah.
Can't stop J-Mo.
Like a human being, Manga. How are you this good at 16, man? That is illegal.
Cannot stop J-Mo.
I would go I think in all 5 of our preseason games, he's been the best player.
He's the best player in the entire league, Locks. He's the best player in the bottom half of the Premier League. He's probably the best player outside of the top 6.
You forgot the ball there, mate.
Probably is.
What are you talking about?
I'll tell you what. Before you say what you're talking about, I'll tell you what. Do you remember we played Forest last year? He played Morgan Gibbs-White, who was a £70 million player this summer. Okay. And he had him on toast.
Okay, Manny, relax a sec.
£70 million player.
Calm down, Manny. Calm
down.
Relax a second. Just ask yourself, Manny. Just take a moment and just say, do I really think Jeremy Manga is the best player in the Premier League outside the top 6?
Tell me someone who's better.
It will take me a couple of minutes, but I could tell you probably 10 or 20 players.
Go on then. Tell me 10 or 20.
Probably in Buemo, because United aren't top 6 anymore.
And Buemo.
They're a big 6 club, aren't they? They're a big 6 club.
All right. United and help bottom half. It is true though, like performance-wise, but still.
So big 6.
So crazy.
Okay. Isak, Bruno Guimaraes.
Watkins.
I'm just in Newcastle here.
Well, I don't know about Bruno, but Isak is a striker, yes, but I don't think Bruno's anything.
I agree, he's going to be better. I agree, he will be. I'm just saying now.
If you were Leicester, if you were a scout and you had unlimited money, who would you rather have, Jeremy Manga or Bruno Guimaraes in your team?
I will say now, the price impact.
Bruno.
No. Who would you rather side? Who would you rather side?
Go on, Doc. What'd you say?
Yeah, let's put a pause on this because we all like Manga. We don't need to argue if he's better than fucking Messi or better than Elanga right now. The press has worked better.
He's been done.
Far, as
Cody
with 1 ball, great save.
Cody.
But I feel like our press has worked better so far in this half. Maybe Cifuentes have had a word with him. We've made them go long or gotten it out, slowed the pace down multiple times at this point. So I feel like the press is something that I really like the idea of it. We just need to get better at it, but better half so far.
No, we played a lot more direct, right? And when you play more direct, you have your midfield as your second line of attack running onto the ball, right? So if you do lose the ball, they have the momentum to continue their run onto pressing triggers. But I'd rather take Bruno Guimaraes. I think he has more goals and assists to his game.
26. Well, how old is Bruno Guimaraes? 26?
27.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Hey.
Are you sure?
Another free kick.
Are you sure?
Another free kick.
You want to take 26-year-old who in 4 years will be 30 and worth next to nothing?
That's not what the question was.
I said no. My question was who'd you rather? I said who'd you rather
you said
sign?
Monga's the best player outside the Big 6.
Well, he's a better player than I see. He's a better player. I think he is.
Bruno Guimaraes right now.
Yeah.
You're off your head.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. You think you watch him in this Leicester team in the Championship, but you put him in that Newcastle team, he will outshine Bruno Guimaraes in the same team.
Put Bruno in the Championship. Jeez.
Yeah, Bruno would look brilliant too. Of course, he's a brilliant player. But
I'll say, Jordan Ayew, guys, he's going to have a redemption this season. I feel like he's working very hard here in pre-season on the press. He's decent on the hold-up play. Good young technical players behind him, and I don't mind him being the striker.
Well, if we don't sign anybody, Doc, it's going to be a minute.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what I'm getting at, right? Like, if we don't sign a striker and get some money, and honestly, depending on if Okoli goes, I'd rather buy a pairing for Nelson than spend on a striker with Ayew at the club. I'm not going to lie.
You can if you want to clip something harder than clip this. Jeremy Manga will be a superstar of Euro 2028.
That's a more realistic game because that's in 3 years' time. That could happen.
No problem. I don't think anyone would disagree with that. Yeah.
Like that could happen if his development continues. That's the only real tendency that relies on. You guys forgot about our brace striker Patson Daka. I'd rather not think about him, although it was a good finish today. And Hartman, I don't disagree with that.
Luke texted me earlier and said, "Who scored for Leicester today?" And I said Daka twice, and he went, "Fuck, I'm going to go hiding." Luke's worried that Daka's going to turn into the Daka of Salzburg. Although we know
come on, Salt. You're better than that.
Let's see.
Bartosz Kaputska was never a star over Euros.
I thought the same about Will Alves a couple of years ago. Will Alves was one of the best players in the first friendly today. He's going to be a part of the season, I can guarantee you. I feel like I don't see what Manny doesn't see anything in him, because he's definitely someone who can play.
I don't see much. I haven't seen much in Will Alves, I'm afraid.
Manny don't like him because he's not super quick and from African descent. That's why Manny doesn't like him.
No, that's not the case. I liked your Max Dowman, who you sent me a link of the other day.
He looks good, by the way. It's not hidden anymore, but everyone knows.
I like him. It's not that. You've got to do something X Factor, and I haven't seen anything from Alves X Factor yet.
But this is by the way, back to the game. 56 minutes in. This feels a bit too Enzo-esque with the two centre backs just pinging it, around with each other. We need a bit more urgency, like
Lewis
this.
Page, like that turn.
And then we switch it out to the wide area where we've got a bit more space. Now,
here we go.
2 seconds.
Go on, JMO.
Without
Take him on.
Takes him on, gets the cross in. The cross don't find anyone. Like, there is a bit more output that's needed from Manga, but he does 9 out of 10 things right. And 16.
I want to see him central. Like, what is crossing? I want to see shooting.
Special.
I want to see central. Look at the trick.
God.
Oh
and
my God.
Earlier.
It's like little Maradona tricks. It's
nice from Page there. That is definitely true. Page also looking. I mean, Page hasn't been a standout as Manga, but no one is. But Page has looked good this game. I don't have much wrong to say of him. I feel like he's grown into it. He struggled a bit in the beginning, but he's playing a more central role in the build-up now, and I do very much like that.
I want to you guys
Manga is my take. That's a bit bold, because I feel like Manga is on the verge of the massive breakthrough. But Page will be a part of the season, I can guarantee you that.
Page's impressive at Manga's next level.
Did you guys see on Did you see on the sideline Fatawu and Ben Olsen warming up?
Oh, nice. That's good.
Okay. I tell you what, obviously, because I haven't been here, I'll ask you now. What is the verdict on the kit?
Love it.
Nice work from McAteer there, by the way, as well.
Without a sponsor, I thought it's going to be King Power, isn't it? At the moment, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
The shirt that we see today, I would absolutely 1,000% buy.
Foss Hub got it wrong. It's not King Power. There's nothing.
Well, Barcelona for 100+ years had no sponsor on their shirt, and then eventually it was UNICEF, and then eventually they decided to monetize. And I always thought, I personally am a big fan of totally clean shirt, just a club emblem, and maybe the sports company who's sponsoring you. Having said that, I'm also a bit of a whore, and whoever comes up with the biggest check that wants us to sponsor them, I've got no problem with that either. If that means that we can buy another player.
Needs a sponsor. I think this kit needs a sponsor. I think it's a bit bare in the middle. I think it needs something. Personally,
depends on what the sponsor is. If it's BC Game, I'd rather have no sponsor.
Well, King Power, it could be King Power.
Yeah, if it's Vestergaard, it'll be Moscow's Flying Circus, won't it?
There's the diagonal ball that we need to see from him, and it's too long. Nice.
And it's too long. Great.
Nelson, please. Well, are you ready? Spotify sponsor would go hard on this kid. Yeah, I agree, right?
Nah, green though. You don't want green.
No, but they'll make it white. The logo will be white. Like white or gold or something. They would make it green.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Like I think any sponsor that's not able to adapt that logo in the color to the jersey, they just look horrible. Did you see the Mr. Q sponsor on the Watford?
Well, I was going to say this is my problem with Walker's, Manny, because everyone goes on about Walker's. It's got red in it, and I don't like that. I don't like the red in the Walkers.
Yeah, but it's local. It's a local famous brand, and where's Pucker Pies from? Pucker Pies from Leicestershire as well.
Yeah, I preferred this one, look, where it was written instead, like that.
Oh, you don't like the emblem, you mean?
Yeah, because look, there's too much red. There's too much red there, man. I like this one.
I don't know. That's like the Robbie Savage, Neil Lennon, Muzzy Izzet shirt. That was good.
Tiles. That was good.
No, Topps Tiles was horrible.
Yeah, I liked that.
Topps Tiles, seriously, tiles for your bathroom.
Can we not get like this? Personally, I think got Spot Bros. Is there not like another one of those spot guys that we can get then as a rivalry there? Get something going.
Personally, I'd like to get a fast twitch sponsor like Porsche, or yeah,
that would be good. Most woke
That's
thing
what I want.
That's the most too woke then. Rutconomics as a sponsor.
Let's
Diagonal
get-
ball again, by the way.
Anything
This
is-
one is-
Lamborghini. Let's get Lamborghini across us. For Jeremy Manga in the Lamborghini shirt. God, you'll sell millions.
The Jaguar emblem would go hard as well.
British company-ish.
Look at the high press here, by the way. Let's see if they can play out of it. Forced to go back to the keeper for Koln. 60 minutes into the game, for those curious. Still 2-1, of course, to Koln. You can see that blocking Lux's face as he does continue to vape. And vape will not be set free.
I did see somebody ask you earlier, where's your vape, Doc?
You know, only I have this saying that only losers vape, but yeah.
Well, Buzz, Lambos are just doled up Audis, really.
I don't think that's a controversial take, by the way, Buzz, for the press. But I'd much rather, if we end up in the box or in the hold-up play, I'd much rather have Ayew. Like, it's 2 out of 3 of the key areas I prefer Ayew. As well for his set pieces, to be honest. They are better than what, at the very least, Bilal delivers in the corners. Let's see the press here again. Like, they haven't easily cut through us this time around as often. So hopefully Marty's been yelling at them a bit. I pulled that up earlier, Lux. It is a brilliant comment.
Oh, sorry.
That's Skip. Skip isn't tracking his man.
Yeah.
Well, a classic sponsor I've only seen once on a shirt, and it was so good that I bought the shirt. It was Nintendo. So
yeah,
Nintendo would be a cool sponsor.
Day, right?
That would look awesome.
Who did they sponsor? Was it Fiorentina?
Fiorentina.
Yeah. They bought a baseball team in America for a period of time.
Skip did well there. Skip did well.
Yeah, that was okay.
Sorry, am I
No,
ahead?
that was okay.
You're a bit ahead. You're
a few seconds ahead. Look,
I
that's
am
twice
7
okay.
minutes into the second half right now. I started this time as soon as the game kicked off, so I could show it to the stream. Like, we have been more solid defensively, but I think Koln, they're set up pretty well as well. And I just look at the left area, how much they've occupied it to try and make Manga struggle for
what? Did you see that horrible ball he just got given by Vestergaard and how brilliant the touch was from Manga? It's little things like that. It's not necessarily just the tricks. You could give him a shocking ball. His control is brilliant. It's just this kid has just got everything.
Hold on. Who's number 56? Is that a Luco?
He's playing high.
Why is he playing as a 10?
He's pressing. He's right back, by the way. He's just pressing.
I don't know why he's so high, but he's there. More midfield. I think he's playing attacking midfield.
Nah, he's doing that rotation with Page.
You've probably got Page covering down there right now. Yeah. Right. They hit it on, though. James Justin needs to close the gap.
Look at Luco. Look at him. Long legs.
Winks, where are you, Winksy?
He's standing there. He's spectating it. Don't worry.
Where's Skip? Make sure anything on the edge of your box, Skip.
again,
You're there to close it down, Skip. Close it down, Skip. Close it down. Close it down. Fucking stand there, moron.
Manny, mate, your microphone is not good enough for yelling that highly. It goes right.
Just standing there.
Yeah, I do see it, man. He's spectating the game.
Watching.
Yeah, he's just watching. And Luco gets Ndidi vibes. I see it with the long legs. But to think of Luco...
You could see a Luco in the 6. I could see him...
I can see the kid. He's a good talent too. He's been our best of the defenders, I want to say. Yeah. Like the look of Koln's Isak Bergman Johannesson. One to have a look at. Well, I'll tell you, mate. Formed by Copenhagen Academy. No,
he played for Copenhagen.
But he is from the Copenhagen Academy talent. We have some good Icelandic talent. Håkon Haraldsson as well. And
what
Isak Bergman Johannesson being the two. Icelandic.
Oh,
good touch.
That's not a foul. Play on, guys. The referee.
Nice play, Mr. Page.
Get Skip off the pitch, please. Harder than ever. I have never agreed harder than ever with the team.
Oh, what was that?
You're still ahead of me.
But you paused 5 seconds, Logs.
It keeps catching up. Like, legit. I paused it for like 6 seconds earlier.
No more from Copenhagen, please. Isak Bergman Johannesson is a right player. I'll tell you that much. I was sad when we let him go. He didn't quite make it in Copenhagen. He wasn't good enough. I just don't think we
Come on, can we get the ball out?
Did that press just lead them to letting the ball go through?
I think it was just a sloppy pass, to be honest.
There's a comment here from the Forest fan in the live chat of the club, and it said, let's be honest, Leicester are better than Derby, but I need someone to shit on, and you lot are offering it free of charge.
There we go.
A couple subs.
Page is off.
Page is
hey!
off. Nelson.
Abdul!
Saved.
Abdul, you bad man. You're back.
You know what I'm thinking here, though? If Page has come off for Abdul, there's Manga going in the 10. And
Please
McAteer
put Manga in the 10.
That could be.
Vestergaard's off. Hooray.
Hi, Vesti from
A couple of boosts.
Ah, okay. And Nelson's on. We're going to be much.
Second game of the day.
We'll be much better now. Watch how much better we'll be straight away now.
Also wants to sign one of his brethren, who signed to speak Ronde Gazibegovic. No clue who that is, though. Dude, Jordan, are you?
Oh, Jordan, are you? What are you doing there?
Very well done. Look at the space now.
Oh, it's a skip star. Close him down, Skip. Close him down. Get the tackle.
Yeah.
Good. Yay. He did it. Yeah. He did it.
Fatawu, come on, Fatawu. Come on, my boy. My boy, Fatawu. Oh, yes, he's back.
He's back. Straight away. Beats the first man. Cuts inside the second. Wins the free kick. Abdul, how we missed you last year. And good job, by the way. You got rid of that weird ginger Wes Brown haircut that you had going on a few weeks ago.
I think you'll find that a certain person, John Racken, he's lost his phone. I don't think he'll call anyone.
He likes these long balls here, Mr. Cody.
Yeah.
Oh, Abdul! Abdul, that is fast twitch, baby. Did you see those feet? Get him on dancing on ice.
How is that not a corner, though?
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Striker, says Buzz. Okay. We'll see. So
Abdul.
are you in the 10? Why are we doing that then?
Abdul, so good to have you back. So, can you imagine Steve Cooper dropped Abdul for Jordan Ayew week after week at right wing? Insanity.
Cross corner. Oh, that should be a good chance. Could we get on?
Play on.
McAteer keeps hold of it. He has Manga to help him. But McAteer plays it back to someone. We can't see it on the camera. Early cross in. Luko can't quite connect with it though.
Uh-oh.
Yep, another one tracking back. Just plays the safe pass. Plays the safe pass. You did get worried. You did get worried there. And this, I agree with. Manga looked phenomenal. So good to see Abdul back. Ooh, the wing is.
The wing area is now our strength.
It is.
From being our weakness last season, it's our back.
Look at Luke tracking back as well. Like even when we get caught out there, finally Winks did something there.
Yay, Winksy!
Bold kick out, but decent done as well actually from Stelasic. Eriksen approached by Wrexham. I guess Doc was right that he could drop to the championship. That's a chance. I think Lux, you ridiculed me a bit, mate. Should have put a chill in there.
I'm gonna keep ridiculing. I think no way he goes there. No way.
I don't think he goes to Wrexham either. But I'm just saying it's completely unrealistic since from what
Why
I read.
isn't it Danish clubs in for him?
Because he doesn't want to go to Denmark, from what he said.
Wages.
Why? Yeah. Why don't you want to go to Denmark?
He doesn't.
They can afford about 15,000 a week.
He did say in the show the kids just started school. He's very happy in England and wants to stay there.
What's the top wage earner in Denmark roughly in the Danish Superliga?
15 million Danish kroner. That's 2 million euros.
So 40,000 euros a week is top earner in the league.
Yeah, and that's Mohammed.
That's what I'm saying. That Eriksen won't get that.
Oh, mate, he'll get more than that. They'll give him 30 grand a week, but they'll give him like a £5 million signing on fee. So it will be the equivalent of 120 a week, but they won't have it in wages.
Wrexham will not be giving anybody a 5 million signing on fee. No chance.
I wouldn't be surprised, you
know. They'll probably give him other bonuses, right? So like any money that's made from shirt sales with his name.
Yeah. Italy, by the way, I'll make that clear. He has a pacemaker in his heart, and you're not allowed to play with that in Italy.
Really?
Yeah. So that's why he left Inter. He's not allowed to play in Italy.
Yeah, that's true.
What fucking stupid rule that is?
I think there's an insurance problem. You can't insure the player.
He's safer than everybody else. Nobody else has got the pacemaker. if somebody else heart stops, they're fucked. Christensen's all right. Eriksen's all right.
It's insurance blocks.
Christensen.
Yeah, he is all right. He's an all right footballer, like that. I am joking. We're around 20 minutes left to play. Fatawu has just won us a throw-in, and I can see the left back is already infuriated at how he's being beaten relentlessly. I think Xavi Koln and Martin probably talk about, we've got 2 good wingers, mate. Fire the rest.
It's like they say now, don't they, that like a football stadium's the safest place for you to have a heart attack, other than a hospital, obviously. just because of like the training and the all the defibs that are there, all the medical personnel and all of that. Other than hospitals, football stadium's the safest place. So it's like what we were saying the other day, Manny, about that Felix Baumgartner. He's not listening.
Yeah, Ethan's locked in.
Nah.
Oh no, I was talking to Manny.
Oh, Manny.
Sorry, boys.
I was not locked in myself.
Yeah.
All right, come on,
Just
Skippy.
check up on the result from the Tour de France.
To be fair, Skippy's been better this half than he was in the first.
Go on, Jezza.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Not saying much. But
You're ahead of us, Knox. Please pause your.
I keep pausing it, man. It's you guys. I keep pausing it. I'll do it again.
Okay. How
Good
about you
ball.
stop talking about the game locks? Wait till Dax
Right.
done it first.
I just
About the
paused
game.
for 5 seconds again.
Yeah, I'm 7107 right now.
All right. After
Yeah,
when there's a goal kick, can we have the? Oh, yo! No, we didn't get a goal kick. So I was
What are you now, Doc?
I'm 7117, 18,
Yeah, I'm on
19,
there. I'm on there.
20.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah, it is Casey McAteer up top. Boss thought it was a pen. I would have hoped so too. What just happened, Ethan, for you that was so positive?
Oh, Ethan, yeah.
I've been calling for McAteer striker.
Yeah, you've been for a long time.
The one that we want is a £4.5 million FPL bargain in this year's fantasy game. On the bench at Bournemouth, £4.5 million striker, Eli Junior Krupi. This boy is gonna kick. If we don't get him and Bournemouth actually play him, I actually think he's gonna score 10+ goals in the Premier League this year for his first season. This boy has got everything that we would like. Young, quick, good close control. He's like a young Ekatike. Much cheaper, the budget version, but he is good. And if they want to keep Evan Nielsen, who they spent, 40 million on, then there is just a chance that he might come to us for a season of development. Maybe.
I'll say, they're struggling to play out of our press now. They're forced to go long, and we didn't win that long ball there. But like we are forcing them to go long, which is a pretty good sign now. They are still through the press, though, with that long ball. And Badia Luca, Oliver Skip. There's plenty of space for number 11. He shoots. Good block there from Winks. Goes back
Good
out.
block, Winks.
Number now on the right, back in the box. Sticks a foot in Ben Nelson. And the clearance comes through. Turn around from Casey. Dude, Casey is battling here. 70 minutes in pre-season. And he's still relentlessly pressing.
That would be amazing if we could do that, because I think if we could loan him for a year, even if we had to pay Bournemouth a premium. The problem is Bournemouth just paid 15 million for him in February. They bought him in February and then loaned him back to Lorient for the rest of the year. So they went up, which they did. And now they've got him for the first time this season.
Oh, yeah. There's no chance of a buy-up.
It's so tragic that we didn't have this guy on our radar 6 months before then. We could have picked him up for 10, 12 million. Because that is an incredible striker for that price. But yeah, Mark Gui, back to the original one. Mark Gui, again, sounds like every box ticked. He's working with a Catalonian manager. He's working at the right kind of training ground in a similar style to Enzo. Everything should be fit for Mark Gui to come and play for us.
Yeah, we have a Spanish manager too, who can help him settle.
You're not going to want to drive the extra 2.5 hours to get to Ipswich. It's a nightmare to get to. You can get to London in an hour. Leicester, we've already have a relationship with Casadei going on loan, and we've had multiple players going back and forth. Oh no, Jeremy Munger's coming off. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
How sad to see. But like last year, we were talking about 10, 15 minutes.
And
The
that's
boy
his
was ready for
talent.
more. Huh? So this guy's interesting. He's actually, the more I watch him, the more I like him. Silko Thomas.
Yeah, Manga's been brilliant today, by the way, for Tencent asking. And for Ty, second half's been much better. Some clear errors from some of the elders in the squad, but the youth has been looking good. That's my main takeaway so far. I will probably just quickly update the banner here though, for the 11 players so we can all know.
It's not Brigham, is it? Is it Brigham?
Brigham. I asked him.
Brigham is, as soon as Manga goes, that's it, I'm going to bed now. I don't know what's the last 15 minutes. That is the kind of effect that he will have increasingly so on fans. We used to have it with Jason Robinson in rugby. The guy gets the ball, everybody starts losing their mind. Like, this guy's going to do something. Oh, shit.
Oh, big chance here. Oof.
But where's
He was
Cody?
Brown to Swindon.
Oh my days.
I want to rewind that. We do look open on transition, though. If we want to be critical, we look open on the back.
Yeah,
That's a one long ball. One long ball. Where's Cody? You're right, Ethan. Where's Cody? Fucking hell, Cody.
Look at Futawi though. Fair play. He tracked all the way back.
He shouldn't be having to. That gap is there because Cody's out of position.
He doesn't look happy.
White ball out. And now it is McAteer on the left, Thomas in the striker, and I assume Ayew still the number 10 then. So that was a very small chance. We didn't really get to see McAteer do much in the striker position.
Well, Thomas did play striker a little bit when he was at Wigan. So
he did play that in the first preseason friendly as well. Scored a great goal.
But I think Marty's seen what he needs to see from Manga. He knows that he's got that left wing spot on lock.
That was 75 minutes, the longest the longest stretch of game time he's had as well this season. Just slowly building fitness. You'd hope at the very least, right?
Foster, but I don't think KDH wants to go to Fulham. I think he really doesn't want to go to Fulham. I just think KDH would be like, if I can't stay at Chelsea, then I'd rather hang around for Leicester to come back. I think we could get. I think if we got promoted, we could get KDH next summer. Oh,
Chelsea
Nelson with the error. Okay,
Cody's
come
going
on,
out.
Cody. Well blocked.
Then Nelson calmly clears it to James Justin. Takes on his man. Keeps it in play. McAteer, though, goes down for a free kick.
Yeah, I can't see Chelsea. Chelsea wouldn't take a loss on Dewsbury Hall, and we wouldn't pay 30. So
I thought we might do it a year.
what?
25.
Pay 30 for a player?
No, they won't take 30. They won't accept 30 2 years after signing him for the same price and not playing it. They'll take a hit.
Well, they are playing him, though, aren't they? In Europe, a lot of they're only it's allowing for the rotation.
No, they're making profit with other players.
He's not going to be happy playing 10 games a season.
Ooh, good 1-2 there.
Ooh,
Something to be done here from Ayew. Could get the cross and does so. Tries to connect with McAteer.
Good cross.
The one pressing highly alongside Aluko. From behind comes Ayew. Nice intensity, Ayew. Yeah. Go on. Honestly, man, he's very much fighting here. The cross comes in. That's great for Silko Thomas.
Silko, you got to put that away, man.
Yeah, at the very least, get it on target.
Silko with not quite the Silko finish.
Why is this here, Duck? What did I miss?
Oh, that's a bad thing.
Yeah. We talked about how a sponsor ruins a kid.
Oh, right. Yeah. They admitted it, though. Did you see what Watford did? They said you can buy it without. They were like, we don't like it either, basically.
Well, I think Frankie said, didn't it? Frankie said in the chat that you can buy Leicester City shirts without the sponsor if you email them in advance.
Yeah, there's a small print to say that, yeah.
I've never known that my whole life, so that's genuinely a brilliant bit of info to know, because I'm definitely going to get a shirt without a sponsor this year.
What if it has King Power on it? Would you take it? Would you have a
Many probably would.
I'll get two.
And then he'd write John Rockin on it.
Get one of each.
He'd write Rockinomics.
Yeah.
Freakonomics, is that like for what's that book? Freakonomics. Have you read that?
I honestly don't know.
Have you read the book Freakonomics?
No.
International bestseller. Get it on your list.
Long ball for Towel. Come on.
All right, come on, Abdul. Beat him. Oh, lucky boy that was. That was a lucky leg he got out of there. But I tell you what, Abdul, we had this. Remember we were talking about this. Will he still be fast twitch Abdul? The signs look good, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it wins a free kick as well.
Oh, don't go down though.
I think this is a bit hard. The youth has done good. Manga's been incredible. Ayew's been working hard. I think Ayew will be very good next season.
Manga's come out okay. I think he's come out fucking as good as
others.
Rich
is a bit rough there, I think.
What?
I think defensively as well, we haven't given away many chances the second half.
Is that Zila in goal?
Is that Zila in goal? That's Zila in goal for Cologne. Ron Robert Zila.
It's Koln.
No, that's Zila.
Yeah, but the club is Koln. It's not Cologne.
No, but Köln is auf Deutsch. Köln auf Deutsch. Cologne auf Engels.
Yeah,
Engels, that's English.
Name. Yeah, he is. He does play for them, Ethan. Yeah.
Ja, das ist richtig.
Ron Robert Zieler. He was dog shit. He was Zieler. Barely played.
Good name though.
Are you going to turn into the Ghanaian Messi, ain't he?
Ooh.
Yeah. Tom Wilson Brown to Swindon. Yeah, just
That's
seen
not
that
bad. That's good. That's good to see.
Have I lost audio on this, or is Dan Bates
It's
just
just
stopped talking?
not being said anything.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just a very quiet stadium with 10 minutes to play. Go on, Ethan.
From the first game, is there any of the younger guys that you want to see go out on loan? From the first game,
Alves.
especially.
No, Alves is ready for us.
I don't think he's ready for us.
I think Alves will be 100% a squad player for us this season. Yeah, I agree with Doc. He won't. I don't think they'll let him go out on loan.
Cross?
I think you'll see some of these lads like Jaden Joseph and Silko Thomas. They'll go out on loan.
Oh, Silko! Oh, Braybrook as well. He used to go out on loan again.
Yeah, Golden needs to go out on loan.
Golding needs to go out on loan.
I'd sell Braybrook, to be honest. I've never seen anything good from Braybrook, ever.
Yeah, and then no one's going to buy him then, so might as well give him another loan.
Nice, wins the ball back again. Eddie Luco holding off well despite the press and wins the goal kick.
Aluko does look...
Look at this.
Consistently good, Aluko. I haven't seen him have a bad game yet, Aluko.
Yeah, Leluco is good as well.
And he's played multiple different positions, and it's really amazing how quickly he can take on the requirements of those different roles and still look consistently good wherever he plays. Yeah, doesn't look out of place at all.
Would you play a Nelson and a Luco centre-back partnership?
I think Akoli has to start above Aluko.
Yeah.
Okay, but say hypothetically Akoli leaves.
I would, yes, but I don't think Marty will. I don't think Cifuentes will play them both together.
Then I think you have to buy somebody. The problem is Aluko might be ready, might even be good enough to play, but you don't want to do it to his body. So you have to give him regular breaks, and you need somebody to fill in. And maybe you could say, okay, Cody could fill in, or even Jestergaard could fill in those few games. But I want to see Jestergaard out the door. I don't care what it takes. Just get him gone. And the same with Cody. Just get him gone. I don't care what you lose. I don't care if we might need him for a scenario. I just want them out the door.
I would have Aluko as the third choice. Centre back behind the two that start. Oh, played through.
Nice. Played through again, yeah. Played through again. I have to say, some of the defensive stuff, we're losing this game. I think we actually are the better team. I think we're wide open at the back still at times.
Right? We've had that. We haven't been as easy to get those quality chances. Also, I've just seen a thread on Twitter saying Marty Cifuentes is a bad coach. It's a 10-tweet long thread about why Cifuentes is very sucks. From someone called Sack the Fat Man.
Oh no, I've seen him. He's a rage baiter. I've seen him before.
It's just rage baiting.
Yeah, he is a rage baiter.
It doesn't look like rage bait because it's just plain wrong when I look at it.
Today's a reason why I think we should stop. Well, I don't anyway. I think the fans should start giving Mavididi some more love. We actually need output. We need goals, and Mavididi will get 10 to 15 goals this season in this league from left wing. We need those goals in our team, and I'm not convinced that Casey will get 10 to 15 goals this season. I'm not even sure if Abdul will get 10 to 15 this season. I'm not sure how many players will get 10 to 15. So we need that output, which is another reason why I want to see Manga move in at 10, because we need Mavadidi's goals. Oh, that's a penalty from Skip. You want it? Get out the club, you donkey. You are absolutely horrendous. I knew it from the second we signed you. That's why 250,000 views went viral. You are shit, my friend. That's no other word for it. You guys are trying to tell me this guy's going to be good at the championship. All I see is a total ass clown.
Yeah, there's no need to go down. Absolutely no need.
What? Again, he's out of position because the guy's got a run on him, so he has to dive to make a stupid challenge. Standard. Position's out of order. He hasn't got the pace to get there first, so he dives in, makes a stupid challenge, clear as day penalty.
Make him swim back. Make him swim back.
You are crap, my friend.
It's all right. Here's Jakub. Jakub's going to save it, lads. It's fine. He's going to save it.
Take 5 million for him. Get him out the door.
That kills people.
A lot to learn this year. A lot of it has been learned from this friendly as well. It's been good to see it's been really tested.
Absolutely appalling. You honestly, I said in that rant, if we could take a 50% cut, as in if we could sell him for 10 million quid, I would have done it in January. We won't get 10 million.
PSR.
We won't even get. I don't care. He destroys our chances of getting promoted. That costs you 100 million quid.
How do you work that out though? If he just doesn't play and stays at the club, and you sell him in a year. If you sell him now, it's detrimental to PSR. You make a loss. You don't make any money back.
We don't need the money. We need him off our books. We need to save the money.
You need to comply with PSR. You do need to comply with PSR.
This guy's going to cost us points if he's on the pitch. A PSR hit saves us points.
Let's see though.
Such a liability. So predictable.
Stelacic got it. Don't worry, man.
So crap, this guy is, honestly. Everyone keeps telling me he's all right. You know what games you lot are watching? He's always been crap.
Don't worry, Stelacic got it. As I said, Stelacic got it on the first one. Also, not on the second.
Nah, lucky.
Nice save though in the beginning.
Yeah, that's a shame.
No, this is brilliant though. That it's pre-season because all the standard donkeys have been at fault for the goals, and Marty will see all this and go, right, I know who not to play. And
You'd hope so. You'd hope so.
You have to be blind not to see that Skip and Vestergaard are at fault in at least 2 of the 3 goals today.
And Skip nearly got Jakub's skull crushed in.
Yeah, no, for me, it's Skip, Cody, and Vestergaard. Those 3, for all 3 goals, have played like a detrimental part in conceding.
So bad. So bad.
Yeah.
£25 million.
It is very much.
How is this possible?
But I'm so happy that the youngsters have looked good. And that was a penalty save as well from Stelacic. Remember that? Like, that came off the rebound. I really...
Oh, Abdul! Abdul, that's lovely.
Me.
I love you.
Wanya Marcel on the pitch as well now, alongside Jayden Joseph.
So bad. So bad. Absolutely incredible. Incredible. Do you know that was the reason? You might have forgotten this in the ether of all these streams, but that was the very first stream I ever did. Was the day that we signed Oliver Skip. That night was the first ever time I came online. I was so fuming that we signed Skip for that price. I was like, I've had enough. You know, apparently professionals are supposed to know more than myself about football. No, you don't. Whoever recommended Oliver Skip, honestly, absolutely clueless. This guy is horrific. Couldn't even get on the bench for a team that lost 16 and 17. Couldn't even make a bench for that team. This is how bad this guy is. And he finally gets it in. In pre-season, he looks out of shape. And everyone's telling me, oh, he's playing the Championship 5 years ago. Great. So crap. Sell him. Sell him. Take 5 million quid. Take the PSR hit. Get him wages off. Just get rid of the guy. Absolutely clueless. Anyway, is that enough of a rant?
Yeah, that's enough of a rant. We don't like Skip. We get it. Let's see, though. Can we get 1 goal back? Jayden Joseph now on the ball. Plays it wide to Fatau. Not the perfect first touch, but wins the throw-in, rather. Lux's internet has gone. That's why he's out. Maybe his internet provider didn't want him to see more Skip because they think he would make him depressed. So that's down and that's out. So it's just us 3. For the last few minutes, we are in the 90th minute now. As Aluko tries to play a one-ping pass, but can't quite find it. But Nelson aggressive on the press. Nice turn, though, from the Koln player.
I have to say, I thought Ben Nelson's been giving away a lot of free kicks this half.
Yeah, hasn't been much in the ball.
No, I love Ben Nelson. Just saying, I think he's not had the strongest half. But again,
some of that is give away the free kick. You'd rather give away the free kick than concede a transition.
It's slightly different playing with Cody next to you. You're going to be a bit more concerned. If you had a Coley next to you, I think you'd be a bit more confident about making your challenges because you think a Coley's got your back better than Cody has. Cody's so damn slow. So these are little partnerships, you know. One guy it's a mentality thing. It depends what keepers around you, what your centre-back partnership is, your relationship with your full-back. And all I know is that I was on that pitch and I had Skip next to me if I was in midfield, or if I had Cody or Vestergaard next to me and I was centre-back, I'd be constantly worried that one of them is going to make an error at any given moment. It would probably seep through into my own game. I'd be so stressed about those other guys. Thinking, this guy's rubbish. I have to cover him. And you make a mistake yourself. Get these guys off the pitch, out of our club. We've seen them many, many times in Leicester shirt. And they've always been crap. Okay, Vestergaard, looked good in the season championship when, again, an armchair, 3 centre-backs, 2 DMs, 2 8s, doing loads of donkey work for you, so you're not exposed. It's different under Cifuentes. You're going to be exposed more.
Oh, Fatau now with the ball though. Let's see what he can do.
Oh!
He cooked him. Fatau is still Fatau. That's good to see.
My favourite. Look, from hatred to love in a simple moment. No, I can hate on Skip, but
Fatau and Manga on the
I love you, Abdul Fatau. You are magic.
He is. He's magic, you know. What I will say is, if it was Manga instead of Wanya Marcel, I feel like Manga would have taken on a man and had a shot there.
That's a penalty. That's a penalty.
Why is that not given?
That's a penalty, ref. Referee gives a yellow card for back chat in a preseason. Doesn't give a penalty for that. That's clear pen. Hands it out, unnatural. That's a pen.
Crazy. The fact that we don't go away with the 3-2.
It's a pen, you plonker.
He instead blows the final whistle. That's it, though. Fatau was quite clearly gasping for air. Good to get more minutes in his legs. 90 minutes in the legs of a Luko as well. That's good to see.
Let's rattle through this stuff, Ducky.
Yeah, let's quickly some post-game thoughts. What are we thinking, guys? The youth was good. The press improved. I thought the second half was a lot better. There are clear players who shouldn't be starting. Skip and Vestergaard being the 2 mains one. Cody definitely on that list as well. Change those players out, but Nelson needs to be starting. Something different for CDM. Maybe you can hold on to Ndidi. That would be great because we need that destroyer. Positives to take away and a few negatives. And those negatives don't rely on the system for me. They rely on a few individuals who couldn't deal with it.
Ethan?
I think that's my summary.
Positives for me, I think Luko, Manga, Fatau, Ayu to an extent. I think his set piece delivery was quite good, dropping deep, allowing others to run in behind. Fatau taking on his man, Manga taking on his man, Luko covering literally every blade of grass. Weak points for me, the Vestergaard and Cody, they were too slow to react to the first goal, bad communication and bad covering for the second goal, and that goes for Wings and Skip as well, right? Just slow to react, slow to really sense the danger, right? So I think you need to either pair one of them with a more physical, more ball-winning midfielder. Yeah, the youngsters looked really good off the bench. Stalker Thomas, Wanya didn't get so much of the ball, but Stalker Thomas looked really good pressing. Pressing-wise, it was a brilliant finish from McAteer and a good penalty save from Stolarczyk.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I think same. Agree with both of you guys. I think everything looks promising, apart from the things that we already know that are problems. You know, the things that we've already had from last season that were problems are a continuation. It's interesting to see how the change of league. We're assuming that the change of league means that these guys will be fine. No, they're not good enough for the Premier League, but they'll be fine in the Championship. I think the second part of that equation, the fine in the Championship part, is still big question marks. Today, make no mistake, today was the first half-decent team that we've played so far, and they were able to exploit the weaknesses that we had. So it all depends a lot on how good our position is in the Championship, and they probably won't be good enough to do it regularly. But when we're in a tight situation for promotion with points deductions and obviously 2 decent teams coming down in Saints and Ipswich with a bit of money. Sorry, I don't know what's happened to my camera there. It's concerning, that midfield. And I'm kind of thinking now, if we can't get money for Sumare, then maybe we should keep him. If he's got 1 year left, just run it down to 0. You know, I think we might need Sumare this year more than we thought we did. And if Wilf is umming and ahhing about, I'm not sure if I want to go to Everton, then maybe I think today is a classic example of why Wilf is important to our team. Doing a lot of the ugly, dirty work to protect the centre-backs that those other two cannot do. So I think if you want to have the maximum effectiveness of the likes of Winks, at least, then maybe we might be looking to keep one of the two midfielders. If not, then we need to sign a midfielder too. But either way, I don't care what PSR rules is. I would like to sell Skip. I would like to sell Winks. I would like to these guys out the door.
Yeah, pretty good. I agree with that. Talk about the pace we need. I agree. Koln were a decent side as well. I thought they were set up well. Not a bad team at all. And
ein schönes Fußballmannschaft. Is that the right word?
It is a
Fußballmannschaft.
Die Mannschaft, though, is the national team.
Die Mannschaft sounds a bit weird in English, but das ist die richtige. Das ist richtig auf Deutsch, no?
Yeah, it is. Regardless, though, Wings, yes, only has a year left. How many weeks until first game? The next friendly is on the 3rd of August against Fiorentina, if I'm not mistaken. And then the first game is a week later after that, on the 10th of August. They might hold some closed-door friendly behind the scenes, who knows, but nothing's been announced for the next week. Yeah, let's hope for next week, though, that there'll be some transfer business in and out of the club. In particular, some outgoings would be nice. But with that, I have nothing else to say. Thank you guys to everyone who's joined me throughout the 4 hours we've been live.
And a big superstar thank you to you, Doug. You've done back-to-back games. That's a lot of hours.
Back-to-back games. I've watched a lot of Leicester today.
That's a hardcore effort to you. That's a lot of hours. So big thank you, and I'm sure on behalf of everyone else. Well done, Ducky.
Thank you to
cheers, Ethan, too.
Thank you.
Thank you both. It's been good to have you here with us, and it's been great to see some more.
Just quickly, Ethan, what are your objectives with that beard? Are you going this thing out? Are you thinning it out?
I need to just trim it out. I need to trim it out still, but I want to see what I can do on the sides. But that'll be for later on in the year when my hair's a bit more grown out. I did a duck, got a bad haircut, so
it happens to all of us. But with that being, that's it for Blue Tinted Glasses here today. 4 hours live. There will be nothing live tomorrow, but there will be Good Morning Foxes at 9:30 a.m. UK time on Sunday. So be there or be square. Without further ado, thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you all Sunday morning. Have a good day.
Massive thank you to today's sponsor, Match Bingo. Over 200 grand has been paid out to players so far by taking sports betting, football and bingo and combining them into one amazing app. Make sure to get your bingo card for any Leicester City game in the upcoming season. Click that link in the description or via the QR code on screen.